Good morning. Yep. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it also, and too. Week 5 of our Dynasty today. Playing Tennessee. Looks like they're 4-1, ranked number 21. We are 4-0 and ranked number 9. This game's going to be at Tennessee. Already went through and did the recruiting crap off camera, so you don't have to watch that. We'll get started here in just a second. How's everybody doing, though? Good morning, Squidtard, Riley, Uncle Flu, good morning. Aaron Brown, Dogs fan, Will Moody, Mr. Potion, Uncle Lou's Black Lab is here. Good morning. Dennis Wilson, good morning. The guy what can't spell his team is here. Jared Rifkin, good morning. Cool Dog, Uncle Flu's still here. John Cameron, good morning. Dogs fan. Jared, I'm gonna play the Dynasty game first, and then I will play you. The Real John Bryant, good morning. Seems like we haven't seen you in a while, sir. What's your excuse? Nicholas Thompson, good morning. How's everyone doing? Let me send this link out to a couple of places, and we'll get started. Alabama and Nick Saban are about to hire Butch Jones. Discuss amongst yourselves. Almost ready here. Now give me just a second. What else is in the news lately? Colin Cowherd claims he has evidence of an SEC team that is outright buying players. Of course, he didn't name the team, and he's a professional troll. I'm a professional troll too, but he gets paid a lot more money than I do to be a professional troll, and he's had a hard-on for the SEC for years. He's a Pac-12 homer, always has been. And an Ohio State homer too, and just has hated the SEC for years. The guy's an idiot when it comes to college football. I remember, what was it, back in 2013, he claimed Nick Saban would never beat Gus Malzahn again. Yeah, how's that worked out? Not too well for Gus Malzahn. Tim Wilkes, good morning. Do I want some more? Hey, I'm 2-2, sir, against the viewers. So, I mean, I'm just letting you know. I took a couple of L's, but I came back strong. I think I lost the first two, right? Yeah, I lost the first two games I played against the viewers here live, but then I won the next two. So, congrats to me, I guess. Of course, hardly anybody in the comment section wanted to give me any credit at all for the couple of games that I won, which is ridiculous. They want to rag me when I lose. Don't you think they should give me a little bit of credit when I win? I mean, I'm on a 2-game win streak against the viewers. Hey, good morning. How's everyone doing? I'm pretty sure you're doing good. Me, I'm doing fine. And I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you asking. Also, and too, you're good people, mostly. Hey, there we go. That's better. How is everyone doing? Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou. All right, who's ready? Tennessee's fixing to catch one here. We'll open up a can on these duds. What's this big, long comment here? Bobby Boy. Hey, Lou, I completely agree with you on the Colin Cowherd point. He's constantly picking some Big Ten. Oh, yeah, he was all over Ohio State. You guys remember that. Who was it? Ohio? Oh, I guess it was when Ohio State beat Penn State. He was like, oh, that's it. Ohio State's the best team in America. They'd beat Alabama by 21 points. They would steamroll through the SEC. Ohio State went right out the next week and gave up 50-something points to Iowa and lost. I mean, the guy's just an idiot. Well, actually, he's not an idiot. He's actually a genius. He doesn't believe that stuff that he says about college football. Now, when it comes to NFL football, I'll give Colin Cowherd a little bit of credit. I think he actually knows what he's talking about a little bit when it comes to the NFL. But in college, he's way out over his skis, in over his head, underwater, whatever analogy you want to use. He knows that, so I think he just purposely trolls and says outlandish things for reaction, which is, I mean, that's literally the definition of a troll. And so that's what I think he does with the college football, but I don't think for a minute he actually believes half the crap he says about college football. He's an idiot when it comes to college football, no doubt. Who wins, the Trolls or Tennessee? Well, the Trolls are undefeated, and playing Tennessee definitely won't change that. The guy that can't spell his team wants to know how UGA is even relevant. Well, you're a Tennessee fan, sir. If Georgia's not relevant, then please try to explain to me how Tennessee is. Tennessee hasn't won the conference this century, sir. You haven't won the division in 10 years. I mean, Georgia's just won the SEC championship. They won a playoff game, the Rose Bowl, beat Oklahoma, finished number 2 in the nation. I mean, that's pretty relevant. I mean, you can troll all you want about 1980. 1980's not doing Georgia. 1980's having no impact one way or the other on Georgia right now. And 1998's not having any impact on Tennessee one way or another right now. Winning a national championship in 1980 or 1988 or 1998 is no different in terms of what it means for 2018, sir. So I'll take 3 SEC championships this century over Tennessee's 0.
Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
All right, here we go. play some football.
Right next to the hill, it's Neyland Stadium, where its max capacity
in Knoxville.
is one of the biggest in college football.
Look at that guy,
Well over 100,000.
T. Highlight time says if I lose to Tennessee or failure. Hey, I mean, I definitely want to. Let's kick, I guess, right? I definitely want to beat Tennessee, but I've told y'all plenty of times, I'm not very good at this game. So any game I play, there's a chance that I lose. The last game we played was what, LSU, and I beat them in overtime. I'm not very good at this game. This is on All-American level, so not the hardest level, but the next to the hardest. And this is probably, I mean, honestly, seriously, this is probably the fairest level for me to play at based on my ability in this game. Most of the game, when I play on this level, All-American, the games that you would think would be close usually end up being close, and the games you expect not to be close aren't. That kind of thing. On Heisman, I'd probably go 6-6. I don't know.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25.
Thank you, dog dude. Appreciate that, dog dude. Oh, come on. We had him in the backfield. That's all right. I give up 3 yards there.
Tennessee's got a kid who is playing fantastic.
I suck at defending the screens, I'll tell you so. I consider only giving up 3 there a win for me. We got him in 3rd and 7 here. Let's see if we can get off the field on 3rd down.
He's on the run.
Get him. Nice. Is that DeAndre Walker?
Sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
Tennessee's got Quentin Dormady at quarterback. Now, the last time I played Tennessee in this game, which has been a while ago, and it wasn't during a Dynasty or a season mode like we're doing now. It was just a, a game. They started Dormady, but he ended up getting hurt in the. Oh no! That's when we did the worst of the worst college football playoff. Remember that? We had Tennessee playing. Was it Kansas? Snap. Kansas was beating the crap out of Tennessee.
He really got a hold of that
one. What happened here now? I didn't have nobody back there to return the kick.
He fields the punt at the 13. He's got the corner. Gets out to about the
Kansas
21.
was beating the crap out of Tennessee. Dormady ended up getting hurt.
And
they put Guantanamo Bay in, Jarrett Guantanamo Bay, and he scored 21 unanswered points in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they've done everything that they can do to get this.
And that didn't have anything to do with me. That game was just we just watched it. We just simulated that game. I didn't play either team.
Quarterback and his receivers. Now it's here. Now it's the game. We'll see if all that preparation pays off. One thing we know for sure: they want to get the football into the hands of this receiver.
I'm telling you, the more I play this game, the more I just have not been impressed with Swift.
7 yards on the play.
Of course, I say that, and he starts out with a pretty good run there on 1st down, but I don't know. We'll see.
It's 2nd and 3. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Ryan Mears, quit jinxing me. I do throw a lot of interceptions in this game, and Ryan's wondering if I'm going to throw a bunch this game too. And it is possible. I have a bad habit of throwing interceptions. You know what? I'm going to try a different strategy, I think. Of course, I think I've tried this before, and I don't know if I don't have the ability, or I always say this. I'm going to take a sack if I have to take a sack. If it looks like somebody's covered, I'll either try to run the ball with Fromm, or I'll just take the sack. Now, we'll see if...
Now he tries to buy some time. And
nice.
The stop around the 49-yard line. That one's more
so
than
far,
good
so
enough
good.
For the first down.
Well, Brad, that is a great play by the quarterback to find his target past the marker to keep this drive moving.
He put that one right on the money, didn't he?
First down, 10 to go.
Well, I just realized it's raining too. Does raining have any effect on this game? Do you guys know?
Up the middle for a nice game.
5 yards on first down, I'll take it. Does rain have any effect on this game? Does it make you fumble more? Does it make it harder to pass? Do you guys have any idea, or is it purely just cosmetic?
From the 47-yard line. Second down.
Yeah, Florida always has a bye before Georgia, and we always have a bye before Florida. Both teams always have, well, usually. There's the odd exception here or there, but the last few years, both teams have had a bye before the Georgia-Florida game. But, yeah, that trip to LSU, I mean, that's never easy. LSU's been, I guess, kind of down the last couple of years compared to what they're used to, but never easy to play there. They still got to get their quarterback situation figured out. That game's about halfway through the season, so we'll know plenty about both teams by the time that game comes around. But if you were to try to bet on that game right now, I would have to imagine that Georgia would be considered a favorite at this point.
Quick pass, and down he goes.
I'll take that.
Around the 27-yard line.
4 yards on first down, just as good as a run.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Let's let Elijah Holyfield get a carry here.
Ball on the
Got him
27-yard line.
at playing fullback. Let's see if he can get a few yards here in 2nd and 6.
Tackled after a
Not
decent
bad.
run up
Brings
the
up
gut.
3rd and 2 now. Thing is, Swift was wore out. I didn't want to run him. Afraid he'll fumble. Could sub somebody in. It's just so aggravating to have to take the time to do the subs and all, just to sub another player in.
This is the 8th play
Aggravating
of this
to go
drive.
through all that. Lou Jr., I can't mod you because I don't know who you really are.
He did not get to the first down marker.
That
The
screen
running back
name,
gets a yard,
I can't
maybe
mod
less.
you. Unless I knew you really. I mean, you behave. I like you. You don't. You're a good troll. But I can't mod you unless I know who you are.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field.
4th and 2. Oh, I don't even think I realized it was 4th down. Got it though.
Tackled outside
That'll
after
work.
a nice pickup.
I didn't even
7
realize it was
yards
4th
there for
down
the
though.
halfback, and he also picks up a new set of downs.
That's now 5 carries for him on this drive. He's someone the offense wants to go to when they need yards on the ground.
Oh, I know you're a good person, Lou Jr. Is that your only account, or do you have another? I just don't know who you are, and because you pick. I mean, Lou Jr. is a great troll
First down.
name, and you troll the right way. I just can't mod you.
Slings it. Brought down.
See, I don't know if y'all noticed that or not,
Short,
and I've noticed this
effective
with
passes are
Fromm.
gonna help the quarterback's confidence.
He needs to have his feet set and throw the ball. See, now Miko was open, but that ball was drastically underthrown. You guys noticed that, I'm sure. So Miko actually had to come back 3 or 4 yards to make
We
that
played one
catch.
quarter. Still
And
no
I've noticed
score.
that about Fromm in this game. If he throws on the run, he can't really get anything on the ball. I need to remember to let him set his feet first.
Welcome
he
back to
throws.
the action. Just about set
That
to start
leads to some
quarter number 2, and
interceptions
we're all
sometimes
tied
too.
up.
But if he could have hit Miko in stride there, he might could have got into the end zone, or at least could have got a first down.
Brought down
Well, that was a
after
nice,
nice run up
powerful
the middle.
run there.
Well, that's another first down, Brad. That's the 5th first down on
This
this
is a nice looking drive we got going here.
this
Mixing it
offense
up
isn't hitting
good.
a lot
Some
of
run,
big
some
plays,
pass.
but they're very,
Swift's
very
had some good
consistent
runs.
with their execution. It's putting a lot of pressure
Fromm's
right
look
now on this
good.
defense.
We're at the 12th play of the drive.
Three insane ballers. Lou, did you hear about the Arizona basketball coach? Yeah, that story's been sort of developing. Nice move. Look at that. Swift with the spin move to get in. That was nice. Yeah, that story's been developing for a while, not specifically with the Arizona coach, but this FBI story's been out there for a while, and there's a lot of teams. I think they're going to get hammered by this thing before it's all said and done. Not Georgia. We obviously aren't paying players. Some Georgia fans now are saying we need to keep Mark Fox because look at all these other coaches that have been cheating and getting in trouble. Mark Fox never gets in trouble. You shouldn't be rewarded for not cheating. I mean, not cheating is just, I mean, that's just like what's expected of you as a decent human being. So I don't feel like you should reward a coach because he didn't buy any players. I think that's ridiculous.
7-0 game here. Georgia lines up for the kickoff.
Get out the back of that end zone. Look at this cannon leg. Boom! I mean, this sounds like a shotgun blast when Hot Rod kicks the ball.
And it goes into the end zone.
Hot Rod for Heisman 2018. Hashtag Hot Rod for Heisman. I think Hot Rod really could be the first kicker in history to win the Heisman Trophy. He's that good.
There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this,
early prediction for the college football playoff. This is a real early prediction if you want me to give one, and I don't want to be held to this because I do official previews and predictions all throughout the summer, starting in June. Like almost all of June, or June, July, and August. Almost all of that is devoted to. I do in-depth previews and predictions for every conference, all the major teams. So I don't want to be held to this. This is just going off the top of my head in February. We haven't even had a spring game or anything, but off the top of my head, I'm gonna cheat a little. Well, not really cheat, but I'm gonna dance around it a little, and I'm gonna say the winner of the SEC. I don't think it's fair for me to just pick Georgia because I'm a Georgia fan. So I'll just say the winner of the SEC gets in. That's one team. I'd have to go with Clemson. As much as I hate to do it, should I pick Ohio? You know what? I'm not going to pick Ohio State. I thought about it. I'm not going to pick Ohio. You know who I'm going to pick? Wisconsin. I'm going to pick Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin gets it done this year.
For the corner, and he's tackled at the 37.
So the winner of the SEC, Clemson, Wisconsin, Oklahoma. I don't know. Are they going to drop off? God, that fourth spot is hard. I'm not even going to pick a fourth one right now. I'm just going to go with those three. The winner of the SEC,
Georgia is up by a touchdown.
And Wisconsin. Before anybody laughs at me about that Wisconsin pick, I don't want to spoil all these summer videos. I'm going to be really high on Wisconsin this year. I'm just telling it. I'll go ahead and tell you now. They get almost everybody back from their team last year, and I think their running back, what's his name? Is it Jonathan Taylor? Is that his name? Wisconsin running back. I think he's, if he's not the best running back in America, he's top 2 or 3. I actually think he's better than Bryce Love. I know Bryce Love gets all the attention and whatnot. Nice run, Swift. He's the real deal. He was a true freshman last year, and what did he have? 1,400 yards, something like that. And you know Wisconsin's offensive line is going to be elite. It always is. And like I said, they get almost everybody back from last year. So I'm going to go with Wisconsin. And just spoiler alert, I'll be high on them all through my preseason videos that I start doing over the summer. I'm a buyer of Wisconsin for 2018.
Gets it. He's in space.
Nice move, Nico. You see how Fromm had his feet set that time, and you could like the ball had a lot of zip on it. Well, you're not going to be able to see it from this angle, but night and day difference from that last pass I was talking about where he was rolling out to the left and threw it on the run. For whatever reason in this game, Fromm just cannot throw on the run.
From the 34-yard line, first down.
Hot Rod's a junior, I think, sir.
He heaves it to the end zone. It's broken up.
Lucky that wasn't intercepted. I got greedy there, didn't I? I think Hot Rod's a junior, so he'd have 2 years left. But he'll probably go pro after his junior year. Like I said, he'll most likely win the Lou Groza Award and the Heisman Trophy this year. And I don't know. I can't see him coming back to Georgia for his senior season after he wins the Lou Groza, the Heisman, and is pretty much guaranteed to be a first-round pick.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Oh, Squidtard, yeah. The Trolls win the Natty every year. You know how Alabama makes up fake titles? Well, you see, that was just a terrible pass. I don't understand. And he really wasn't even running on that one. Maybe he just can't throw to the left side of the field. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That pass was god-awful.
That's just as effective as a sack.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 24.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, junior. This be his junior year coming. That's what I thought.
Now he's scrambling.
Look at that. He can't throw to the left. That's got to be what it is.
Underthrown. It was a good read. He just needs to find his rhythm back there and step and throw the football.
Now watch, I've been talking Hot Rod up, and I'm going to miss this field goal because I suck at field goals at this game. This won't be on Hot Rod if I miss. This will be on me.
Kicks away.
See, I just can't aim in this game. I suck at field goals in this game.
Every time you have a chance to finish a drive with points, you've got to capitalize. That time, they couldn't come through.
He had the leg, though, didn't he? Yeah. That was from, what, 51, 54? That's about his range, really.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. He scrambled.
Okay, good guy. He was about to get loose, too. That's been their only decent play. Get him. Nice. Who was that?
You
Tyler
have to
Clark?
keep an eye on this guy, especially during passing situations, because he does a great job of getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, David Marshall
as we
got
saw
him.
Right there.
51 right there. Ran right into him. Eat him up, son. Yes, sir. All right, 3rd and 12. I talked about it on the live show yesterday, Pluto Games. I do a live show every Monday and Wednesday at 3 in the afternoon. Not this where I stream football, more like almost like a podcast or a radio show type deal. People call in and argue with me. We have guests on, stuff like that. Oh, no, get him. But, yeah, I talked about it yesterday. I mean, I wasn't really surprised. I mean, I think the kid felt pressured to go to Georgia. He's the #1 point guard in America. He's from Georgia. I think he felt a lot of pressure to commit to UJ, and he did. My thoughts on it, I think well, here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he's been told that Mark Fox is fired after this year, not coming back next year. I hope that's the case, and so he's decided to reopen his recruitment until he finds out who Georgia's going to bring in to coach next year. He did say that he's not crossing Georgia off the list and that Georgia's still very high on his list and that Georgia will be in whatever final 2 or 3 or 5 schools or whatever that he ends up looking at. So I'm hoping that it's just a case of him being told, you know, Fox is gone, and so him just wanting to back up a little bit until he figures out who Greg McGarity is going to hire. But that's purely opinion and speculation on my
you can't afford to waste possessions. Georgia is up a score. Gets rid of it quickly. Swatted away.
I'm not so sure he made the best decision
double
that
coverage.
time. That was a pretty tight area he was trying to throw that one into.
We got to get something going here. 36 seconds to go till halftime.
from their own 20-yard line. It's second down. Play fake. He's going to try and scramble. He's going to air it long. He goes up, picked off.
Ooh, he got sat down. There you go, Ryan. There's the first interception for you, buddy.
He didn't throw it away under pressure.
Something tells me we'll probably see another one.
He saw that he was going to get hit and just threw one up for grabs. He's got to learn to take the sack.
Somebody talking about Georgia paying players in there. I really don't understand why people are infatuated with the idea that Georgia must be paying players.
And they got it. The Volunteers will use their first time out of the half.
I mean, Ole Miss was consistently ranked 50th year after year in recruiting, or worse. And then in 1 year out of the blue, they go from like 55 to number 2 or number 3 in recruiting. Okay, that's pretty obvious something's going on. It's not like Georgia came out of the blue with recruiting. We've had top 10 classes for years in recruiting, and our last 3 classes were, of course, number 1 this year. But I'm talking about prior to that, we had the number 3 class last year, the number 6 class the year before that. So it's not like we went from the 30th ranked class all of a sudden we've got the first ranked class. We only moved up 2 spots this year from last year. So. But I know what it is. People are saying Georgia, when people are saying Georgia's paying players, they don't really think that. They hope that because they know that's the only chance. Oh, shoot. Get him. Oh, nice.
Incomplete.
That's the only chance these other teams have is that they're hoping Georgia's paying players and that they get busted by the NCAA or something like that and shut down because otherwise they know they've got no chance. So, but you can hope in one hand and poop in the other. Let me know which one fills up first. Kirby's just a good recruiter.
They get this one off, and it's a beauty.
I mean, this is one of my favorite sayings, and it deserves to be said again right now.
He's taken down.
Just because something pisses you off doesn't mean it's not true or doesn't mean it's not on the up and up. Yeah, I know it pisses you off. Georgia's got the number 1 class. Pisses you off. Georgia won the SEC last year. Pisses you off that Georgia is one of the hottest programs in America right now. I know all that pisses you off. None of that means we're cheating. So, I mean, I hate to break that to you and everything like that, but that's just the reality of the situation. Okay? That was a nice pass. Of course, now it's halftime, so it really means nothing.
But a close game.
All right, 7-0 lead at halftime. Too much playing around in the comment section for me. We took the ball to start the game, went right down the field and scored, and haven't done anything since then. Punted and had a turnover. We get the ball here to start the second half, and I think the plan here, honestly, should be to go down and score a touchdown here. So. You guys let me know in the comment section too. Do we need to put I mean, Fromm is playing pretty good. We can check his stats, can't we? Yeah, we'll check his stats. Fromm is playing pretty good, I think. Do we need to put Fields in any? He's 6 of 11, 71 yards with an interception. So I mean, not great. But it's okay. And then running the ball, Swift, 9 carries for 48 yards, so he's averaging 5.3 and a touchdown. So maybe we'll see how the third quarter goes, and then we'll decide in the fourth quarter if we want to put Justin Fields and Zamir White in, Zeus in at running back. See how the game's going.
All right,
here we go. Let's start the second half here.
Second half action just about ready to start here. He just drills this
Nico's going to run it out.
He's to the 10. They'll bring him down
not
at the
a good decision.
15-yard line.
Should have took the knee, shouldn't it? I agree with the number 1 Notre Dame fan. FSU should not have been in a bowl game. A team that claims to be a powerhouse like Florida State shouldn't have to beg to play a makeup game the first week in December just so they can get bowl eligible. That was just really pathetic and sad.
Now he tries to buy some time. Throws on the run, got his tight end.
Nice. Nauta with about a 20-yard gain there. He's a beast, man. I hope Georgia uses him more this year than they did last year. What did he have? 5 catches all of last year or something? I mean, not just him. Our tight ends just disappeared last year. I don't know if that was a game plan decision. I know they had to keep them in on passing situations a lot to help out with blocking because our line wasn't the greatest. But man, I hope we can get him more involved. What's with this camera angle here?
And he makes it out to about the 41-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Lee Smith says he thinks they need to keep that trash can at Tennessee. I have a feeling we've seen the last of that trash can, sir, but I agree with you 110%. That was the best part about watching a Tennessee game this year was that trash can. If I live to be 900 years old like Noah did from Noah's Ark, I'll never forget that first.
Under pressure.
Did he really just do that? Just gave the ball away. If I live to be 900 years old, I'll never forget Labor Day, Tennessee versus Georgia Tech, and seeing that Jamoke run up and down that sideline with that trash can. That was the funniest thing I have ever seen. You might have just sealed your fate for this game, buddy. I was contemplating leaving you in. It looks like you're definitely going to be coming out now, buddy. You might be getting close with Justin Fields. All right, come on, defense. Got to pick up the slack. There it is. DeAndre Baker. That's a shutdown corner right there. I'm telling you right now, 2018, half the field is off limits to opposing quarterbacks. DeAndre Baker is an elite corner. And for anybody that's just going to say I'm a UGA homer, we haven't had an elite corner at UGA in a long time. So, no, I don't just say every cornerback we have is elite. But he is. He's the real deal.
First down, 10 to go.
If we can get somebody to go compliment him on the other side, it's going to be hard to throw on Georgia this year. 5-yard gain, I'll take it.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Vanderbilt! Y'all never going to let that go, are you? Y'all ain't never going to let that go. How do you lose to Vanderbilt at home on homecoming? Good question. I still don't know.
On play action. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. Decides to slide.
Yeah, you got to get down before you fumble again, son. You can't be trusted, unfortunately. Kane, because I suck at this game, dude. I always have all these ideas. I said right when I started this game, I was like, I'm just going to take sacks or throw it away or whatever instead of throwing interceptions. I've already thrown interceptions. I didn't throw it away on that last thing, and then oh no! I thought that number 8 was going to run with the receiver, and I thought the running back was going to be wide open in the flat there. That didn't work out, did it? But that wasn't him, Macho Man. That was Malcolm Parrish that gave up that touchdown in the national title game.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Not DeAndre Baker. DeAndre Baker was the reason Calvin Ridley never got off the bus in the national championship game, sir. If you want to know the truth, since y'all want to, y'all a month later, 6 weeks, 7 weeks later, whatever it is, y'all still running your mouth about Georgia barely losing a national championship game. I love it. The only thing that's the only smack talk people have about UJ is that, you barely lost a national title game last year. Yeah, that's great. But since you want to run your mouth, Macho Man, about something you obviously know nothing about, yeah.
Setting up play action. Slides down to the ground. They move the sticks after another
DeAndre
first
Baker
down.
is the reason Calvin Ridley never got off the bus for the national championship game, sir. So try watching a little bit of football every now and then.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down, four down. Hey, check back 34. Hey,
With a quick throw. Tipped away.
Oh,
This
Godwin, you
just
got to
shows
catch
you
that, buddy.
You don't need to be sacking the quarterback.
You got to catch that, buddy.
The passing game.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd and 10.
We need some
Ball on the
points on this
38-yard
drive
line.
here. Because you know the computer's going to start cheating me in the fourth quarter.
Zips it to the tight end. Knocked out of
4
bounds
yards,
at
3rd and
about
6.
the 35.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Jared, the gamer tag is Uncle Lou here. All one word. Uncle Lou here.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive.
Double tight. Three down, three down.
Fakes to the back. Fires in a
Oh,
hurry.
you got to be
Interception.
kidding me, man.
The defense really cranked up the heat there.
God.
Give those guys all the credit for forcing a desperation
From's got 3
pass.
turnovers now. 2 INTs and a fumble. I'm trying
First
to
and
stay
10.
calm
Ball
here.
on the 28-yard line.
All right, come on, defense. Defense been bailing us out all game. I need him to do it one more time.
He zips it out to the left.
Ah!
Almost intercepted.
Man, 3 people standing there with butterfingers.
On the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
I know, Macho Man. I just had to set the record straight there on DeAndre Baker because he is the real deal. So.
They'll give it off here. They'll bring him down at the 36-yard line.
He was on the other side of the field on that last play, which is why Tua threw it to the left side of the field. I mean, the guy that got burnt on that 2nd and 26 play, Malcolm Parrish, teams picked on him
Nice run.
all
He was
year.
brought down.
He was average at best. I mean, I didn't ride him all. He wasn't terrible. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he was terrible. I mean, y'all have a good team. It was y'all made a good play. It wasn't just that we sucked on that play. I mean, y'all made a good play, but he's not elite by any means.
It's a bad play overall by the
Malcolm
offense.
Parrish,
The
but he's
quarterback's
gone.
doing everything he can to be able to make the play work and try to execute.
But
The problem
DeAndre
is
Baker is
the
really
offensive
good.
line did not do
And
a
like I
good
said,
job
I don't say that
protecting him.
about
They're
all
very
our
fortunate that
one of
ball
our
wasn't
starting
intercepted.
corners last year. I rode him like a rented mule. He was one of the worst players to ever suit up for Georgia, and I rode him like it was my
On
job.
their own 40-yard line.
Any of you Georgia
It's
fans, I
2nd
probably
down.
don't even have to say his name. Y'all probably know who
They'll
I'm
line
talking
up with
about.
5 wide receivers.
Let's see if y'all can guess. I won't say his names, but his initials are Jawan
He's
Briscoe.
scrambling. They'll make the sack.
What a
They've been all
dud
over
he
this
was.
quarterback
Oh, my
today.
God.
Pass
He got
protection
lit
has
up so
got to
many
do a better
times.
job, but give this defense some credit. They've really figured out what they have to do to pressure the quarterback.
They
and to
finally
cause him
took
some
him. They finally
problems.
benched him like halfway through the year, but man, it was too late by then. That Ole Miss game when we got routed so bad 2 seasons ago. Jesus, all they did was line up, look where Briscoe was, and throw it at his man every single time. He was bad.
Well, they've converted 1 third down play on this drive, but now they're faced with a 3rd and long.
Hey, check back, Mike 6. Ready,
Throwing left.
Now, how'd he get that open
that'll
now,
make it
and then
4th
drop
down.
the ball?
The defense held their ground
That's
on
so
that play.
Tennessee, ain't
The
it?
quarterback just wasn't able to
Get him in
find
a
any
3rd and
open
16,
receivers.
busted coverage. They have a man wide open on the sideline. He drops the ball. It don't get no more Tennessee than that. It does not get any more Tennessee than that.
Daniel is the punter.
Still like to score another touchdown in this game, though. I keep driving down the field and then turning the ball over.
He makes it to the 35-yard line.
It's not a terrible return, 13 yards. All right, we're going to leave Fromm in for one more drive. I don't want to give up on him, but then we're definitely going to put Fields in for the next drive, regardless of what happens
cut this
here, whether it's a turnover or a touchdown, or whatever. We're going to put Fields
success right here.
Next drive.
And we'll see how aggressive this defense is when they come back out. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept up the pressure to try to fluster this quarterback some more.
On play action, defense coming.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Oh my God.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 35. Georgia is up a score. Here's the tight end.
Wow. Not as usually reliable, especially on those crossing routes. Stopped that one though. I'm scared to pass it here, so I'm just going to run it. Take our chances. Just run it again. So run you out of the way. Maybe we can get lucky here with a big gain.
Swift takes it right side.
Nope.
Nice run there as they
Half
work
of
the
what we needed.
outside.
We're going to have to punt
Nice
it.
defensive stand there.
And some good play calling defensively. They always
Gonna
have
have
someone
to
in the
punt.
right spot to make a play and force the 3 and out.
All right, that's it. Fourth quarter coming up.
It's been a defensive
We're up by
masterpiece
7.
through 3. We'll
Getting
draw
ready to
up
punt the
points
ball.
in the final quarter. Georgia's lead is a
Back to the
touchdown.
Voltards. And our defense has been playing lights out. The offense has let us down. We gained a lot of yards, but these turnovers are killing me. All right, yeah, we're going to punt it
The
here.
punting team's got to give their
We're going to
kicker
play it
some time.
safe, punt it, play defense. Try to get them over in this corner over here where they can't get any kind of a return.
He gets it away, and this is
Nice.
a really nice punt. Signals
All
for a
right,
fair
got them on
catch.
the
I think
11,
this
12
defense
yard
has
line,
played
something
well
like that.
enough
So they
to
got a
be able to
long
win
way to
this
go to
game,
try to tie it
obviously,
up.
But at some point, you'd love to see their own
Start of the fourth
offense
quarter here.
feed off of some of the confidence that their defense is playing with.
And
because
get the
up to
ball
this
back.
point,
Y'all got to
the
remind me we're going to
defense
put
is keeping
Fields
them
and
in the
Zeus
game.
in for the
The
next
offense
drive.
isn't
See
quite
what they
doing
can do.
enough to be able to build on that lead.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game.
Who's throwing that to? Looked like he tried to throw that to the trash can, didn't he?
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Whee!
Into the fourth quarter now, and we're back to the action.
Somebody's asking me why I didn't pick Notre Dame in my playoff predictions I was just talking about. I can tell you right now, until Notre Dame joins the conference, I'm never picking them to make the playoff. I don't care what happens. And that doesn't mean they won't make it, obviously, but I'm not picking them until they do the right thing and join the
And he's tackled
conference.
in the open field.
Now, why are they trying to run the ball now? They haven't ran the ball all game, and now with the fourth quarter and the game on the line, they're going to start running the ball? Come on. Get him.
He gets sacked
Nice.
on the play.
That Walter Grant.
Loss of 7
Got
yards
him.
on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
Yeah, he came off the edge there. Really, Dormady ran right into him, really. Well, the first guy tripped him up. Ledbetter, I think that was.
Defense
All right,
looking for
2nd
another
and
sack in
16.
the
Come
second
on,
down
D.
and long situation.
All day, every day, any day.
They go with
Nice,
the- and
sit
he's
him
hammered in
down.
the
Yes, sir.
backfield.
That was Rochester.
Call it a
He's a
loss of
space
2
eater.
yards on the play. 3rd down.
Nice play. Fought right through that block. All right, 3rd and super long. We got to hold him here.
Pull down, pull
I'm not going to play press coverage. I'm going to play off. I don't care if they catch the ball. We just got to make the tackle. Ooh, he got pancaked.
Not only did they give up a
he got sandwiched. Did y'all see that?
Just got hit and hit hard.
Who was that? Ledbetter and Clark got to him?
Offensive line coach. I'm getting a hold of my offensive line, making sure these guys are on the same page.
He's lucky he didn't get killed.
They've got to take more pride in taking care of the
quarterback.
quarterback.
They're going to have to punt here, aren't they? Even, yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to, too.
The sack makes this
maybe we can get a return. We haven't really got a, I mean, we got a couple of okay returns this game. You know, some 13, 15-yarders, but nothing too exciting. Miko's got a few returns for touchdowns in this season.
Brought down
not going to get one here.
Yard line.
Return for a gain of 12 yards.
All right, let's put Fields and Zeus in. And let's see what they can do. Depth chart. Take Fromm out, put Fields in. Take Swift out, put Zeus in. All right. Here we go. Let's see what they can do now.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Georgia up 7 points.
Oh, he tripped up, man. If he could have kept his balance and got around that corner, he might still be running.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's see how this
works. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Something tells me this isn't going to work.
And they hit him in the backfield.
I saw that coming before he snapped the ball.
Give the defense all the credit here. They had that one snuffed out from the start. It could have been an even bigger loss.
Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 37. Play action here. He's going to scramble. Caught with room to work. He's out of bounds around the 37-yard line. The Volunteers will use their first time out of the half.
Is somebody really crying about the ratings of the players? That's funny.
Looks like they're going to go for
the only players that play that I made are Fields and Zeus. I don't even play them till the game's over. And Fields I made lower than Fromm, and Zeus I made lower than Swift. Did I get that? That was close.
The Volunteers are going to call their second timeout. And the short gain is enough for the first.
And that tailback definitely has a nose for that first down marker.
It's close though. Now, yeah, throwing-wise especially, I made Fields lower than Fromm. I think I made him faster than Fromm, but do you want to argue that that's not realistic?
Off play action. Now he's on the move. He's under pressure. Out of bounds at the 30. So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in. Check in. Yeah. Get down. Check motion. Motion.
Runs right for a nice
First
game.
down, doggies.
Tennessee's out of timeouts.
All right, under 2 minutes to go, so we could probably ice the game with any points here. Even a field goal, I think, would probably give us the win. I mean, Tennessee just hasn't been able to do anything on offense. I mean, we haven't done much either, but we've done more than Tennessee.
From the 25-yard line, it's first down.
Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, get down. They're going to hurry up.
And he's taken down at the 5.
He threw that one guy off of him, and then he got racked. That was a nice throw, too.
First and goal.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Talking Potato says Tennessee won't win a single game this year. I'd love for that to be the case, but I actually think
at the 2. 3-yard gain by the running back.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Dennis, I'd love for Georgia and Miami to play. Not even really because of the Mark Richt thing. That doesn't have anything to do with it. I love when Georgia gets to play, teams that they don't ever get to play. That was one of the great things about playing Oklahoma, other than the fact that it was the Rose Bowl and a playoff game. It's just it's fun when you get to play those teams that you don't get to play very often. I'd love to play Miami, Ohio State, Southern Cal.
Here's
All right,
play
we
number
got to
10
pound
on
it
the
in
drive.
here. Let's go. There we go.
Georgia.
That ices the game right there.
And he adds the extra point. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update.
Stop
Reese.
trolling me.
One way to go, and that way is up. And
The
for
barn
Auburn,
beat Ole
their
Miss. That's no
perfect
surprise.
season is
Look at
still
the barn
alive.
ranked number
And for
3,
Johnson,
sitting at 5-0.
he rushed for more than 150
We have them
yards.
coming up
The
in a
Tigers
few
win
weeks.
it by 14. Elsewhere, we keep your finger on the pulse of the top
Washington,
10.
look at
And
this
for
now,
Washington,
4-0.
They're playing great football right now.
Number 4.
Washington leads it 7-0.
14-0 in this one, Reese. Blankenship has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep.
George deep to return.
He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs defense came to play, and man, they have played beautifully.
How many do they have
We got
dressed
6
out there? 12 or
sacks.
13 defenders? I mean, they're flying all over the field, and this poor
We've been
offense
eating
just
Dormady
can't
alive,
move the ball.
haven't
They have
we?
no chance.
I haven't even had to blitz that often either.
Nothing left here except to see the
all those
clock
sacks.
hit
I
zero.
think every
A
one of those
comeback
sacks is
just
from the
not
front
happening.
4.
Under a minute left. Going deep, lays
Pick it
out
off.
there.
Oh, you
That
got
was
to jump,
really a
dude.
remarkable catch. The quarterback didn't
Tyler
throw a
Bird's a good
ball, but
player,
the
though.
receiver made a great play.
I mean, I hate Tennessee, but they do have a few good athletes. Tyler Bird's one of them.
Complete. He's got room. He's taken down
Line him
around
up.
the 35-yard line. Spikes the ball.
Oh, he's spiking the ball now? Oh, they're out of timeouts.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, this game's basically over. Who are you trying to fight now? Same
They need
guy.
about 3 yards to
Can't
get the
spell his
first down.
team's
Here on
name.
3rd down.
Same guy from last week wants to fight somebody again. It's the internet, dude. No one's fighting you. Become older if you
Brought
can.
down at the 9. The spike will stop the clock.
They're still, you got to give it to Tennessee now. They don't want to give up, do they?
Second down and goal. 9 yards to the goal line.
49, check 49, check 49, 25, 49, check 49.
Finds his receiver.
Oh,
Touchdown.
Tennessee scores a garbage touchdown against the ninth-string defense. Good job, buddy.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. A nice 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they put up 7
That's
points.
a good question, Macho Man. And you know, last year wasn't the first year that Bama's had kicking trouble. It's been a theme, really.
Tennessee needs a miracle and then some as they set up for this onside kick.
Oh, I got it. Okay, good. That's been a theme for Alabama really since Saban's been there, they've had shaky kicking. What is this? Own 39, our opponent 47.
What a great effort here. Not just by the return team to cover the onside kick, but also by the kicking team to get themselves in that position in the first place.
The only people that credits Alabama with 17 titles is Alabama. Alabama does not have 17 titles.
The whistle hasn't sounded yet. They still have
You
to
claim a
snap the
title
ball
for a
and make
year
sure
that
they
you
don't make
finished
any
third in the
mistakes.
SEC.
Georgia
I mean, just
is
give
up
me a
7.
break.
He goes downtown. Dropped.
How did he
Instead of
drop
taking a knee,
that?
They go to the air.
Crucial mistake here.
How
You're
did-
right. They should have taken
how
a
did he
knee because
drop
that
that,
incomplete
man?
pass now stops the clock.
That was Potato. Somebody's comment section name is Potato. That dropping that pass right there was Potato.
He lets it fly. Doesn't get there. And instead of taking a knee, they throw an incompletion. Bizarre choice.
Very bizarre because that stops the clock. I'm not sure
All right,
whose
try this
decision that
then.
was.
Throw three in a row. We might catch one.
On play action. Deep pass to the end zone. And he went way up. And he's
What a
got the
great way to
interception.
end the game. I can't think of a more fitting way to end the game, really, than for us to have another turnover. But we win. We move to, what, 5-0? Can't complain about that. Yep, I'm sure. Tennessee tried again. Tried and failed. Yeah. The thing is, Georgia's just better than Tennessee. And Uncle Lou's just better than Tennessee fans. So, did anyone really expect this game to go any other way? Washington beat Stanford 24-21. Top 10 matchup. No other games really of interest there. That's it for that. One thing's for sure, we're not going to be winning any offensive awards this season. But we're 5-0. So, let's see who we're playing next, right? Mizzou. We play Mizzou next, I guess. Landon, I'm going to play another one. I'm going to play two more, actually. I'm going to play a viewer right now. And then after I play the viewer, I am going to play Missouri. So I'm going to play at least two more. Anime Man 360, do you make money off of YouTube? Couple of quarters here and there. Y'all are supposed to be hitting this $sign button down here in the comments section and giving Uncle Lou $1 every now and then so I can eat. Why do you think I'm so skinny? You know I live in my grandma's basement out here, or my mom's garage. I forget which it is, but it's one of them. Every once in a while, she'd throw me a biscuit out here. What is all this now? We didn't get none of these people. Well, I suck at recruiting. I know one thing. We better do good this year because this recruiting class I'm working on ain't looking too good for next year at all. Exit the Dynasty. Or I tell you what y'all can do. It's even easier than hitting that $sign down there, because it doesn't cost you any money. If you click the link in the there's a link in the description of all my videos for hold on. Ow. There's a link in the description of all my videos for this stuff here. Now these people are good enough to sponsor the Uncle Lou show here, the Uncle Lou channel, right? Where is this stuff? Here. Yeah. It's workout type stuff. I take it for energy. I don't work out that much. I take it for energy. But it's a powdered drink that you mix up. It's sort of like a Gatorade type of drink. Of course, I don't drink Gatorade for obvious reasons. But if you click the link in the description of any Uncle Lou video, you can get you some free stuff of that. And so it helps you, and it helps Uncle Lou too. So if you're concerned about Uncle Lou, that's a good way to help. Who am I playing? You still here, Jared? You still want to play? Is that what we're doing? And then I'm gonna play Jared here, and then what am I doing? Create match, right? Or I gotta accept your friend request first. Oh boy, I don't know which one you are. I'm just gonna accept them all. I don't even know who these people are. I don't know which one are you? What does that say? Oh, Dressy as Cloud9. That's you. Okay. I invited you to a party, didn't I? I think I did. You'll have to accept that party invite, and then we'll go from there. Unranked. Invite Xbox Live party member. Yes. Which one are you? Dressy as Cloud9. There you go. Alright. Y'all want me to be somebody different this time besides Georgia? Let me know. I'm Georgia every time, and I don't mind being Georgia again. But if you want me to be somebody different, let me know. Go, Jared. Be Kansas, be Florida, be Michigan, be LSU, be UTEP, be Florida, be UGA, be Alabama, be LSU, be UTEP. Well, y'all know I'd get killed if I was UTEP. What are y'all doing to me? Should I be Miami? Should I be Mark Richt? I'll be Mark Richt. Let's do that. All right, Jared, are you gonna play? There you go. All right, you gonna be Vandy? All right, I'm Miami. Let's go. Mark Richt versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt! Vanderbilt.
We're live from Dade County, and that can mean only one thing, folks. We're minutes away from 4 quarters of explosive
here we
football.
Oh, you got booted, Jared. We'll try it one more time. Last time, who was it? Somebody else I played, they kept getting booted too. One other person, so I don't know. We'll try it one more time though. We'll try it one more time. All right, let's go. Maybe it'll work this time. Well, Big C says, who was Mean Bean TV? Now, there used to be a kid on YouTube that was infatuated with Uncle Lou, and so I sort of befriended him. I don't know how to say this the right way, but he was, he required special attention. You know, he had special needs. Anyway, so I sort of befriended him a little to be nice.
There aren't many places you can see a better
sunrise. And he was a nice guy. I didn't mind that.
Game.
But he got infatuated with me, and he kept wanting me to make this video, make that video, and do this for him and do that for him. And, you know, I mean, like 10, 15 times a day he was messaging me, or he would make videos about me saying, where, you know, the only video, the video would just literally be him saying, hey, make a video about me. And anyway, he had a YouTube channel. Well, about every couple of weeks, he would shut the YouTube channel down, and then he'd start another one, then he'd shut that one down and start another. Anyway, I haven't seen him or heard from him in probably a year or longer. But now here recently, somebody has made an account called Mean Bean TV. It's not Mean Bean, though. It's somebody who must have seen those old videos and has made this troll account. But that's not the actual Mean Bean from back in the day or whatever, from whenever before.
The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field.
Thank you,
for the
Macho
first
Man.
drive
Mark
of the
Rick
game.
forgives me. Thank you. Well, he's a man of the cloth, so really he has no choice but to forgive me, right?
Slings it. They'll bring him down at the 29-yard line.
Michael Irvin? What?
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Does Michael Irvin's son really play for Miami? That said Michael Irvin is second. Does Michael Irvin's son really play for Miami? Somebody's going to have to tell me. Miami fan? Dennis, does Michael Irvin's son play for Miami? Did I see that right?
It's 2nd down. And they make the stop.
Nice
at the
run.
42. First and 10. Ball on the 42.
Miami doesn't sell out games. Somebody just said it's very realistic because it's sold out. Miami doesn't sell out games. They have one of the worst fan bases in America.
Out in the open. And down he goes.
Nice. 13 yards. DeAndre Wilder. Oh, tight end. Michael Irvin, son, tight end? Okay. Nice. Got a little drive going here.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 45. Weldon fakes a handoff. Complete. He's got room. Tackle made at the 38.
That'll work. DeAndre Wilder again. 2nd and 3. I can live with that. Stay ahead of the chains. I can live with that. Yeah. John says if Mark Rick doesn't forgive you, then you know you did something wrong. Yeah, it'd have to be pretty bad, wouldn't it? He even forgave Jeremy Pruitt for showing up drunk at his house wanting to fight him. So hats off to him, I guess. I don't know.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. And he carries the ball for a
First
nice
down.
gain.
Keep the drive alive. Nothing wrong with that. I do forget about the running game. You're right.
Right back to the run game, and this time he's met immediately.
Nowhere to go there.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 31-yard line. It's
The
2nd
year
down.
that Rick was fired, right, 2015, we started out okay, but then we got blown out by where are you going, sir?
At the 30.
Started out okay, then we got blown out by Alabama, lost to Tennessee, wheels starting to come off, and anyway, Pruitt was aggravated, and he thought the defense was playing good enough to win, and it was all the offense's fault, blah, 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 and so therefore it was Mark Rick's fault. And he showed up at Mark Rick's house on a Sunday afternoon drunk, wanting to fight him. Or so the story goes. Nice.
And he's tackled at the 10-yard line.
Nice. Yes, sir.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Garrison Peppers wants to know, do you think college players should be able to be paid? They are paid. Tuition, room and board, whatever they want to eat. They're treated like kings for the entire time they're there. I mean, even, you know, bench players who never play it down, they get treated like absolute royalty. They don't want or need for anything. And the price of the education alone, honestly, to me, is worth it. So in the way that you're asking the question, no, I don't think college players should be paid, because technically I think they are paid. Are they exploited? Well, sure, yeah. They're in that people are making a lot of money off of college football.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
But you know, there's all kinds of college kids who. Oh, I'll get to that corner. There's all types of college kids who have unpaid internships now. You know, none of them are risking injury and stuff like that, like football players are. I get that, but it is a choice. I mean, no one has to play.
Let's see how the quarterback handles this one. It's 3rd and goal from the 7.
And if you start paying the players, you immediately lose. College football is dead. The second they start doing that, college football is just
makes the
dead
catch and look out, brought down at the 1 yard line.
Did he get in there? No. It'll just be it'll be an NFL minor league. You know, I don't want that. To me, one of the things I like about college is that it's not the NFL. It's something different.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here.
I know that's a pretty,
they come out in a goal line,
maybe not controversial opinion, but
touchdown, Kane.
There are people on both sides of that argument who make fair points. I don't think someone's an idiot if they think college players should get paid. There are legitimate points to be made on both sides of that argument. I just don't think. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it happen. And then you have people that say, well, why can't you just let them sell their autograph? Well, if players could sell their autograph,
Miami up 6. And he adds the extra point.
There would have been a lot of schools willing to pay Justin Fields $1 million for his autograph, or whatever, $100,000 or $40,000 or whatever. So they can say they're buying the autograph, but
looks
you
like
really
they're
buy
ready for the kick.
They say, well, make it where they can't sign their autograph till after they're enrolled or committed. Okay, well, you're gonna run into the same situation. You're still gonna have boosters that come to Georgia. I promise you, the minute you're on campus, I'll pay you $50,000 for your autograph. There would just be no way to monitor and stop it. So unless they come up with a way that would make it fair, which I don't know. That's a long, drawn out answer, but that's just not an easy conversation to have. There's a lot of different things to look at and consider when we talk about paying players. There's really no short answer to that question, I guess. So, what are you doing, son? Sit down.
Around the 26-yard line.
Sit down, son.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
2nd down, 13 yards to go. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Do y'all watch Stranger Things on Netflix? Let's snap the ball, man. What are you doing? Praying?
He wants it all. Interception. Tackle
nice interception. Yes, sir. Y'all watch Stranger Things on Netflix? That show Stranger Things, there's 2 seasons out. I guess first season came out last year, second season came out a few months ago, I guess. Y'all watch that? Anyway, the song from that show was playing. That's what made me think of it. But wow, just wondering, do y'all like that? I like that show. A lot of people have told me they don't really like it. I guess I'll admit it's not the greatest show, but I grew up in the '80s, and that's when that show takes place is in the '80s, and so I love all the delay a game. So I love all the throwbacks they have in that movie to the '80s, like the scenes in the old arcades, and the kids dressed up as Ghostbusters for Halloween. If any of y'all are my age and you haven't seen Stranger Things, it's worth watching just for that. But it's a good show, though. I think it's a good
So
show.
we'll have 1st and 15 after the penalty.
Oh, Homeland is awesome. That's on Showtime, though. I don't currently have Showtime, but I've seen like the first 3 seasons of Homeland. I know it still comes on, so
He is drilled.
pay
The
attention.
35-yard
I know
line.
it still comes on, so there's probably a lot more seasons than 3 now. But I can tell you right now, the first 2 or 3 seasons, I think it was 3, might have been 2 that I saw,
But after
were
that
really
play
good.
And that hit, you really got to be wondering what
Yeah,
kind
really
of
good
relationship
show.
this quarterback and his offensive linemen have after that.
Hard to
They
go
find themselves in a hole
undefeated, Ricky
here after
Malfers.
that sack.
I
It's 2nd and
rarely
long.
predict any team to go undefeated. I mean, even Alabama, as good as they've been, what have they had? 1 undefeated season under Nick Saban. I mean, it's hard to go undefeated. You got games at South Carolina, at LSU. Those aren't going to be easy. I think Georgia should win them, but we'll see. You get Florida game in Jacksonville, Auburn and Athens. So, you know, is it possible Georgia's the best team in the SEC but loses one of those games? Yeah, that's possible. So it's hard to predict somebody to go undefeated, I think. But what do I know?
3rd down, and they need to get it inside the 40.
I do gave 99. Thank you, UJ Dog, for that 99 cents. I'm gonna go to McDonald's tomorrow and get me a large sweet tea. I really appreciate you doing that, sir. You're good people.
Gains his way to midfield.
99 cents.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards.
Thank you, sir. I can have something besides water tomorrow. You don't know how sick I'm so sick of drinking water. Alec gave $2. I love y'all.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field.
I'm
Miami
doing the best
is
I
up
can,
7.
Squid Tard. You know I'm not very good at this game.
And he's hit
Nice.
before he can go anywhere.
Yes. I needed that. Big game. Dennis Wilson says UJ messed Terrell Davis' career up. That's a popular misconception. Terrell Davis went to a junior college his freshman year. His sophomore year, he played at UGA. He didn't start, but Garrison Hurst was starting. I mean, Garrison Hurst was a great player. So Terrell Davis' sophomore year, that was his first year at UGA. He did play, but he played behind Garrison Hurst.
First down,
He
10
started
yards
his
to go.
junior and senior
Ball on the
year.
30-yard
So
line.
I don't, and a lot of people say that, UGA screwed up.
He's going to try and scramble.
I mean, so it's not just
Defense
you.
coming, and the ball
Ah!
comes out. Scoots it
Lineman
up,
Johnny on the
and they
spot.
get him in the
So it's not
backfield
just
for a
you
loss.
that says that. A lot of people think that, but when you go back and look, junior college his freshman year, back up to Garrison Hurst his sophomore year at Georgia, and then he started his junior and senior year. Now, obviously, he had a much better career in the NFL than he had at UGA. He really blew up about
So the
halfway
sack makes
into
this
his
a second
NFL
and long.
career with Denver. Didn't hurt that he had John Elway, and you have to remember too that when he was at UGA, we were a passing offense. I mean, that was when Eric Zier
Nearly intercepted.
was breaking all kinds of records.
Misread the defense, or just made a
Throwing the
poor
ball
decision.
at
But
UGA.
that
We didn't
wasn't
have
a pass
great
he should have
teams then. This was in the early 90s. What was this, like 90, 92, 93, and 94, I think, were the 3 years Terrell Davis was at UGA. We didn't have great teams then, but Eric Zier was setting everything on fire. I mean, he was breaking all kinds of SEC passing records back then. So the whole Terrell Davis thing is weird because that is like the general perception, like, oh, he didn't do anything at UGA. And
Miami is up by
he
a
wasn't
touchdown.
amazing or anything like that, but again, he was behind Garrison Hurst for 1 year. He did start his last 2 years.
Play action.
He's open.
Fires quick. He catches another.
Good first down.
Bring him
Oh,
down
that's close.
around the
4th and 2.
22-yard line. Well, they get
But
all
and then we
those
had Eric
yards, but
Zier,
come
so we were
up
throwing the
just
ball
shy
around all
of
the time.
first.
Good play
But
call,
was
almost
Ray Goff a good
perfect
coach? No,
execution,
Ray Goff
except
wasn't
for
a
the
good
fact
coach
that
at
they're
all.
not gonna get
Donnan
the
was
first
better
down.
than Goff, and it wasn't even really close. Donnan has some good teams.
Well, folks,
Donnan
fourth
had
down
some
again,
really
and
good
it looks
teams.
like they're going to go for it again.
I mean, he recruited all those guys that Mark Richt won. Really, both of his SEC. Well, 2000. Oh, nice
They're stopped short,
defensive
and they'll
stop
turn
there.
it over.
Nice defense there, Jared. I thought I could get it on 4th and 2. Donnan recruited all those guys that Mark Richt won the SEC title with in 2002, and some of them were still around in 2005 when he won the title. I give Richt more credit for the 2005
Let's see if they can be more successful here.
I look for the offense to come out with the same game plan as before.
I mean, I give Richt credit for both of them. But the point is,
one play.
Donnan had some good teams.
Gets to about the 24-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Oh, somebody gave $1.99. Oh.
Quick throw, almost intercepted.
Well, that's almost $3 you give now. I'm gonna get me a. Should I get a number 1 or a number 2 tomorrow? Now, you know what? I'm gonna splurge and get the number 1. I think that's the Big Mac meal. It's a little more expensive than a number 2, which is the Quarter Pounder meal. But because of you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and splurge. I'm gonna get the number 1. I'm gonna get that Big Mac meal.
It's 3rd down.
Come on. Y'all are good people. All right, come on, defense.
Quick pass, intercepted. And they make the stop right around the 38-yard line.
Another interception. Looks like Uncle Lou's going to win this one, don't it? What it look like to me. Jared, you live out there, buddy? You doing okay, buddy? Then it says Mark Richt was winning natties before he got to Athens. Real talk.
Miami
yeah, as the offensive coordinator for one of the greatest coaches of all time. I mean, are we giving coordinators credit for winning natties? If that's the case, then Kirby Smart has way more natties than Mark Richt had, sir. Would Mark Richt get 1 natty at Florida State? 2, maybe? It was 1, wasn't it? Yeah, Charlie Ward, too. So if we're crediting coordinators on teams that won natties, then, sir, Kirby Smart's miles ahead of Mark Richt.
2nd and 5. Ball on the 33-yard line. Now he's scrambling. Makes the grab and steps out right away.
Nice. He got beat him back, didn't he? Oh, shoot. It's almost halftime. Shoot, you got to throw a touchdown here. Try this. Let's see if this will work. I don't know. Probably won't, but we got to try it.
First down, 10 to go.
Oh, Mark Dudley. Good. Mark Dudley, $5. Mark Dudley. What can Uncle Lou do for you, sir? You name it. Oh, nice play call, Jared. You came right off the point. I didn't have time. I don't know why I picked the play-action pass. That was stupid. If it would have been just a straight pass, I might could have got rid of the ball. Good play, Jared. Mark Dudley with the $4.99. Mark Dudley, what can Uncle Lou do for you, sir? You're good people. What can Uncle Lou do for you, Mark Dudley? Let me know. Let me know. Come on, Jared. Resume the game. Yeah, Alan, but we round up. So $4.99. That sounds an awful lot like $5 to me. We can definitely round that up.
All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second
Mickey
half
D's
action
date.
just about ready to start here. He really got a hold of that kick.
Now, guy that can't spell his team.
He's to the 20. And he's taken down at the 26-yard line.
Says I'm not worth $5. And that hurts my feelings, man. That hurts my feelings. And really,
this deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series.
I'm going to get all emotional now if you don't think I'm worth $5. Oh, no. Get him. Big hole there.
For a nice run.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 7.
Macho Man says Miss Lou be dining in style tomorrow. She doesn't eat McDonald's.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go. Black and 5.
Sit him down.
About the
3rd
35
and
yard
1.
line.
I got to come up with a stop here.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
I appreciate that, Mark. Yep, the videos, I'll keep the videos coming. I'll post many as I can. I need to get back, I need to do more classic Uncle Lou videos, though, even though it's the off season. I've been doing a lot of these live streams and vlogs and, you know, all these highly
Up the middle
produced
for a nice game.
type videos. I need to do more of the original, just, you know, holding a camera and yelling into it for 3 or 4 minutes. The problem is, when there's no actual football
From
being
their own
played,
42-yard line.
there's not very
First
many
down.
things that make me mad enough to yell like that. But I gotta, I don't know, maybe I need to, ooh, that play didn't work. I have to do a better job of looking around for things that piss me off. So I can make some more of those Uncle Lou ranting and raving and yelling videos. That'll give Squidtard some more material, so he can meme me some more, whatever it is it's called that he does.
So it's
Prank
2nd and
call,
13.
DirecTV.
Ball on their own 38.
There's
So
some
an empty
there's
backfield
videos
with
on
5
my
wide
channel of
receivers.
me calling DirecTV because they weren't going to carry the SEC network, and I wasn't having that. I wasn't having it.
And that one's incomplete.
Those are back from, oh God, those are probably from 4 years ago. You got to go way back on my channel to find those. But I guess if you search Uncle Lou DirecTV, you can find them. But it was when the SEC network, if you guys haven't seen those videos, it was when the SEC network was getting ready to launch, and I had DirecTV at the time. I don't have DirecTV anymore, but I had DirecTV at the time, and they had not signed a deal with ESPN to carry the SEC network. And other cable networks and satellite providers had Comcast, Dish Network, all these other people, and it was getting to the point where it was like a month till the launch of the network, then 3 weeks to the launch of the network, and they still hadn't signed a deal. And I kept calling, and they kept giving me the runaround, and so I started recording the phone calls.
Inside the 48.
And it's funny too because I would tell them when I would get them on the phone, I would be like, you know how when a telemarketer or somebody calls you, and they say, we have to inform you that this call is being recorded, quality, whatever. I would tell them that when I would call them. I would be like, I just have to go ahead and let you know this call is being recorded for quality purposes. And I would tell them that. Oh my God, they didn't know what to say. But none of them ever said, no, you can't record me. And if you guys don't know the law, of course, you do have to tell them there. Anytime you record a phone call, you have to tell them. Unless it's generally expected that the phone call is being recorded. Like when you guys call into my live show, I don't have to tell you that the call is being recorded because any reasonable person would know that the call is being recorded. I mean, it's broadcast live. It's like when you call into a radio show. Or Feinbaum show on TV, they don't have to get your permission to record the call. It's assumed that you know it's recorded. But anyway, that's neither here nor there for the purposes of this conversation. But you got your little drive going here, dude. But, you lost a couple yards there, though. You're second behind the chains here. The show's phone number is 706-308-5817. I think. I'm not sure. But I mean, I flashed the phone number on the screen during the show when it's time to call in. God, I got blown
He fights
off the
forward
line.
to about the 36.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Alan says, did you hear about the Butch Davis Jumbotron fiasco? No. What happened with that? I haven't heard about that.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
Ryan, Kansas could probably use some donations, Ryan. Real talk.
Pressure got to him, and it's picked off.
Another
He was
interception.
facing a big pass rush.
I'm racking up these
The ball had
interceptions.
no
You had a
chance
good
of
drive
being
going
caught
too,
by one of
Jared.
his teammates.
That
That's
drive
what
looked
pressure
like
will do
all
for
of
any
my
defense.
drives when I played a computer. March right down the field and then get a turnover. Commit a turnover.
From their own 34-yard line. First down.
Lee, I appreciate the offer
Miami
on that
up 7
'84
points.
Georgia beer, but Uncle Lou doesn't drink anymore. Not even
Scrambling
old beer.
around. Makes the catch and look out. Inside the 30.
Look at this.
The 10.
Look at this now.
He's all the way. Touchdown.
Now, that was a nice
Nicely
looking play.
designed play to the wide receiver, and it got him 6.
You said it, Brad, and a good time to call it. I tip my hat to the
Can we
offensive
get a shout out for
coordinator.
Uncle Lou's
doesn't always
defense
seem
ability
like
in
he
this
just
game?
finds a way to get
Dominated the
open.
ball charge against the computer. Now I'm dominating. Hey, listen. Oh. Let me make this first. Okay, now listen. Hey, you can say it's Vandy if you want to. Point is, look to me like Vandy's ranked here, 25, and it looks like Miami's not ranked. So it looks to me like this is an upset here that Uncle Lou has going.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
They can't find a crane tall enough to remove his picture off the jumbotron. Is that true?
Downfield.
That can't be true. I'm gonna have to look into that, I guess.
He makes it to the 15-yard
Is that
line.
true? 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Good morning, Glenn Scott.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Pass incomplete.
Not
Trying
sure
to
who
get
that
it to
was
his
going
receiver.
to.
Scott, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Oh, these are the old rosters, Jared? I don't even know. I wasn't even really paying attention.
From their own 15-yard line. 2nd down. Catches it. He's
Sit
immediately
down.
tackled behind the line.
Number 37 tackles him in the backfield at the 12-yard line. 3rd down.
I gotta look into that, Alan. That's funny. If that's true, that's hilarious. Macho Man, you're right about that. If you want to be the best, you
From their
got to
own
beat the best.
12-yard
I know
line.
that's a.
3rd down.
I think you're quoting a wrestling thing there, but I mean that's true though. And for those of you that were following me during the season, y'all know how disappointed I was. Oh no!
Watch out here.
Now what was that? Now
The 50. Brought down at the
I was
39.
disappointed when
Young on the tackle.
Alabama lost to Auburn because I wanted to play Alabama.
Makes it 1st and 10.
Not because I thought we would destroy them or anything like that, but I almost didn't want to win the SEC unless we beat Bama to do it, because I felt like people would say, oh, yeah, you won the SEC, but you didn't beat Bama.
Now it's
And
1st and 10
now
after
you
the
see
big
there's
pass
people
play.
saying that now. I wanted to play Bama. Now, it turns out we got to play them anyway in the national title game, but anyway, so there's a lot of
Throws
truth
to
to
the
that.
receiver,
You
incomplete.
gotta be the best. You got to beat the best.
The intended receiver on the play.
You know, especially a team like Alabama that's been on a run like that. It's different when a team just wins a title out of the blue. You don't really care about beating them to win anything the next year. But when somebody's just been on top, like New England, like Philadelphia Philadelphia would have felt great winning the Super Bowl no matter who they beat. They've never won one before. But you know what I'm saying.
He's taken down at the 23.
It feels good. It's that much sweeter when you knock off a top dog or the top dog like that to win something. And I had worked hard all season
From
long
the 23-yard line.
to reel
First
Alabama
down.
fans in for that SEC championship game, and then they didn't make it there. Well, I was so mad, but it paid off in the end for the national title game, though, so it all worked out. Didn't I work hard?
Gets out to
Man,
around the 15.
I worked so hard to try to reel in Alabama fans all year long, and it worked too.
2nd and 2.
It's not over yet, folks.
It
We head to the
definitely
fourth
worked.
quarter. 14-0, Miami.
I don't know. In trade for Auburn, I don't know. The Georgia-Auburn rivalry.
Welcome back to the action here as we resume.
I don't know
play
if there
here
was
in quarter number
if
four.
there would be any rivalry I would trade for that one. I mean, that's the oldest. That's the oldest rivalry in the SEC. So I don't know if I would be willing to trade the Auburn rivalry for the Alabama. I think one of the things that makes the Georgia-Alabama quote-unquote rivalry so good is that we don't play every year. It seems like, especially over the last 10 years or so, it just seems like every time Georgia and Alabama has played, whether it's been in the regular season or the SEC championship game or the national title game, it just seems like it's been a huge game every time. I mean, even the couple of times that Alabama blew us out, we were both highly ranked when we played. I mean, in 2008, we were ranked number 1. Alabama came into Athens and just destroyed us. But
Fires incomplete to the fullback.
it just seems like it's always a big game every time we play. So I don't know. And when I had Law Tide on the other day, we talked about that. Is Georgia Alabama even a rivalry? And he sort of agreed with me that it's not like a traditional rivalry, which is why I wouldn't want to get rid of the Auburn game for any game, not even an Alabama game, but that it's developing into a pretty good rivalry. And then now, of course, you've got the Kirby Smart versus Nick Saban angle, that you can play off of for the next few years until Saban hangs it up. So I don't know. I wouldn't trade.
And here's another
I wouldn't
third
trade
down.
the Auburn rivalry. It's just been around too long. Yeah, Oklahoma's defense is terrible. And they still kept Mike Stoops again for another
We're
year.
still early in the fourth quarter, but that was a
Well,
huge
you just not
stop.
having any
Now
luck.
with the lead,
4th and
they're
2.
gonna get the football back and an opportunity to stretch the lead. Tackle just outside the goal line.
I ain't believing that. Goal line stand right there. How'd y'all like that? Uncle Lou's defense standing up one time.
Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable
Watch out for the
lead.
safety
This
here.
defense has really got to step it up and make it stop.
I see you creeping up.
They'll bring him down
I
right
saw you
around the
creeping up with
4-yard
that
line.
safety.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
I seen you.
Second down. This is a scary spot deep in their own territory. They're going to pitch it. And he's tackled at the 12-yard
I
line.
just ran into that guy on purpose, didn't I? Should have stiff-armed him.
Makes it 1st and 10.
That would have made way too much sense, though. Squid Tart hasn't uploaded a video in 2 weeks? Well, that's
First
unacceptable.
down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 12. Brought down
That was a
after
nice little
run up the
run.
middle.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here.
Ball
on
says
second
Butch
down.
Jones, the next head coach at Alabama. Wouldn't that
Just
be
under
something?
3 to go in regulation.
There's no way that'll happen. I mean, no way.
And down he goes
That was a nice
at the
play,
14.
Jared.
Loss of 5 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Uncle Lou has Deadpool.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room
Nice
here.
play.
And they make the
Jerk
stop
route
at
by that
about the
running back right over the
29-yard
middle.
line.
1st down.
First and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Mark Rick prays against Uncle Lou. He probably does. You know, I've wondered
Room around the corner.
if Rick has ever
Nice
seen
run there
that
as they work the outside.
post-game Florida video I did in 2015. It was on every news station in Georgia, everywhere. I mean, I kept getting called, and I was interviewed by some Atlanta news stations that played. I mean, I've often wondered if he ever saw that video. Not that he goes around watching YouTube all day or anything like that, but maybe somebody saw it and asked him about it, or pointed it out to him.
He'll take it all the way for the touchdown. Well, the offense certainly did their job. They've extended their lead here in the fourth quarter, and now they look at their defensive counterparts and say, hey, guys, it's your turn.
Other than that, doing pretty good.
He makes the PAT. So with just over a minute to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, 21-0, Miami.
'73 to 62.
To kick this one away.
Tennessee in basketball. I mean, I was a little disappointed we didn't shut them out like we did in
He
football.
just drills this one.
But I was still happy to get the win, though.
He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 21. And here we go with the offense ready to get things going.
Glenn, I don't know. I do seem to be playing better this game than I did last game, though. Oh, come on.
The 37-yard line.
Guy was covered, man. That ball should have been caught.
First down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Check. Shoot.
On the throw, incomplete pass.
That looked like a screen pass, Jared. I don't know if you threw it to the wrong guy or what, but your linemen were running towards the sideline like that was a screen pass. I think that's why your other receiver wasn't looking for the ball.
Second and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Shoot. Ready. Red 18. Red 18.
Ball's back as he throws it.
How did he
Almost
not
paid for it with a
intercept
pick.
that?
Lewis was the
Dude.
intended receiver on the play.
You're gonna have to pull your Scully, dude. I mean, that literally hits you right in the hands, bro. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. Come on, dude. You got to do better, bro.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He rolls out to the right. Incomplete.
quarterback got
And that wasn't the
laid
greatest
out.
pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
Yeah, Dennis, I always have plenty to say about Miami every week. You don't have to worry about that. Are you really
Boyd
punting?
is waiting for the
Nobody's
snap.
that, man.
He punts. No, he won't. He wants it all.
What? You gotta be kidding me, man. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my God.
So after the big pass play, we've got a first down.
Check 59.
Under a minute left.
That was crazy.
Slings it out and it gets
Don't just
tipped.
knock it down,
Like a
son.
team
Go ahead,
that's
stick
ready
2
to
hands
defend
out there and
its
intercept
pass.
it.
It takes
Take it
some
to the house one
preparation
time.
to get in the way of a pass like that.
Second and 10.
I gave up a touchdown at the very end of the game to Tennessee that ruined my shutout, and it looks like now I'm about to do the same thing to Vanderbilt.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
Looks for the tight
Man,
end, but they can't
intercept
hook up.
that ball, son.
Lewis, the intended
I
receiver
don't know.
on the play.
I'd like to know what's really going on here.
Third down now, and they need to get it to the
Ay,
22.
ay, ay.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Here we go. 385.
Gets it out to the tight end, and he can't hang on.
All right, 4th down. Can we get off the field now? Can we get the defense off the field here, or we're going to have another miracle here? Can I beat Blue
comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board.
Are you going to try to ruin my shutout by kicking a field goal, man? Man, what is this bootleg? Man, this is bootleg, man. You sure did, man.
And there was contact.
Was it short? What's the flag?
Call here?
Running into the kicker? You gotta be kidding me, man. And that kick was like 5 yards short, too. So now this 5-yard penalty gonna make it where he can make this kick now and ruin my shutout. Running into the kicker, man. If this ain't about some...
Try to convert another 4th down.
Oh, now you're gonna go for it now. I see what you see what you're doing here. Didn't get it.
But it's not going to be enough.
Ooh, that was close, too.
Go for it given the circumstances. They just
that was close.
The offense just wasn't able to make a play. The defense was really clutch right there. A touchdown was the end result of their last drive as this offense moved the ball very well with their passing game.
Well, it's one thing to have speed. It's another thing to have an idea of what you're doing and how to attack a defense.
He's left, intercepted. He's tackled around the 31-yard line.
I'm doing everything I can to blow this shutout, ain't I? I mean, I'm literally doing everything I can to just completely blow this shutout.
From the 31-yard line.
Now that's fine.
First down.
Timeout.
Vanderbilt's going to use their first time out of the half here.
That's weak sauce, man. Going for a field goal in this situation. That's weak sauce, dude. You'll go for a touchdown, or you don't have a single hair on your nuts. There you go.
Throws falling back.
I don't even know who he was throwing that to be honest.
Got the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Florida switching to jump man will get them more recruits? No, I can't think of a single recruit that's going to be excited about a jump man
sweatsuit. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 31. He heaves it to the end zone. And he went way up, and he's got the interception.
Well, preserved a shutout, though, which is good. Good game, Jared. We'll play again sometime. But in the meantime, though, it's official. Uncle Lou now has a winning record. In fact, I got to write this down. I got to keep up because the Trolls are undefeated, and I'll forget what my record is, and the Trolls will tell me that I have a losing record against the viewers. But it's official. I now have a winning record against the viewers of 3-2. So keep that in mind when y'all are constantly telling me how bad I am at this game, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, what now? Oh. Three-game winning streak, that's right, UJ Dog. Lost the first 2. And have since won 3 in a row. You gonna play me on Thursday, Squid Tart? All right, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. Car Freak 1999. Where did my message go? What message? Who'd you message? What message? What are you talking about? Well, Jared, I'm playing, it looks like I'm playing Squid Card on Thursday. I'm trying to do this the fairest way I can. So I haven't played him yet. I'm trying not to play people twice when there's still other people that want to play that I haven't played at all yet. But I mean, we have all off season. I'm gonna, there's a lot of Tuesday and Thursday nights between now and football season, so I'm sure we'll have a lot of opportunities. I'm trying to piss off the least amount of people. So the fairest way I've figured to do it is to try to play everybody that wants to play me at least once before I start playing people twice. I hope that makes sense. You ought to be able to beat the brakes off of the Mizzou here. Natty Back Steve, send the friend request to Uncle Lou here. One word, Uncle Lou here. You might have already sent it and I haven't accepted it yet. I've got a bunch of friend requests I think that I haven't gone through yet. Y'all give me just a minute. I got to do this stupid recruiting thing here real quick. That's too much information, Ryan. You could have kept that to yourself. It would have been just fine. Jeez, we ain't never gonna get this guy, are we? Might as well give up on this guy, ain't it? Yeah, we'll keep trying, I guess. Catching up on him. We need to sign some of these players. where to suspend them. That's something serious. There we go. That ought to just about do it. Ooh, look at that. We jumped up to number 5 in the poll. That's pretty good. I don't know how that works, Jared, with the rosters on playing through Xbox Live Online head-to-head like that. I have no idea how they decide what roster gets used. I have no clue. Pikmin 360. All right, I accepted all the friend requests. So. Good. I accepted all the ones I had. So, if I didn't accept yours, that means either you didn't send it to me or you got lost. But I accepted all the ones I had. The show tomorrow, I have a Kentucky fan coming on tomorrow. So we're going to talk a little bit about Kentucky. Then we're going to talk about the Butch Jones, Alabama deal. A couple other things. I'm only going to have him on for 20 or 25 minutes, and then we're going to do 35 or 40 minutes of phone calls. If the show keeps going good, like it has been the last few weeks, then in another month or two, I'm going to add a third day of shows, Friday. And the Friday show will be nothing but phone calls.
Bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show.
I mean, I know that's what people like
Innovation that
most,
excites.
just phone calls.
The Bulldogs are really hitting their stride. Look, I know they have a winning streak going, but more
things keep going well
they're starting to play
for another month or so. Then I'm going to add a third show on Friday, and the Friday show will be all phone calls.
Thanks for joining us here on the
Dennis, I take everybody's call who
show.
calls.
Now let's send it
so
out.
if you want me to take your call, call.
We'll see you
And I'll take your call. I know sometimes it's hard to get through or whatever, depending on how many people are trying to call in, but so some of it is just kind of luck or whatever. But I mean, literally, when I hang up with somebody and look, it's already ringing again. So there's a little bit of luck involved.
Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
That guy that can't spell his team's name wants to fight me again. Fight me, Uncle Lou. Fight me, Lou. I'm internet mad. Type. Tape. I'll type you to death, son.
We'll see how these two teams play in this game as they prepare.
I type
for the
150
kickoff.
words a minute.
He really
Mavis
got a hold
Beacon
of
ain't
that
got
kick.
shit on me, bitch.
Looking for the corner. He's taken down. at
I'll
the
literally
28.
type you to death.
The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. There's a very impressive open field tackle.
I'm going to see if we can't put a whoop on
and
the
allowing
Zoo.
him to make plays in the passing game can really open things up on the outside for your
Oh,
real
the
speed.
Typers are undefeated too? Oh, no. Oh, my God. The Typers are undefeated.
Ball on their own 42.
Man, this is crazy. I knew the Trolls were undefeated. Now the Typers are undefeated too? Jeez, you sure, Macho Man?
And they make the
Ooh,
stop
he got
on the
sat down, didn't he?
43-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 coming up here.
Yeah, this is a Dynasty. I think this is the 6th game. We're 5-0, I think. So this is the 6th game against this Mizzou here.
He's got it out to his tight.
Nice.
He gets
Ooh,
hit
cut
out of
upfield
bounds
too.
at the
Get that first
44-yard
down.
line.
Nice.
Linebacker here bites
Charlie
on the
Warner.
play fake.
Maybe somebody
Once
else.
that
Hopefully we'll
happens,
get to
there's
see
plenty of
some
room
this
for a
year.
nice
Tight ends
completion.
completely disappeared last year. I don't know what was going on there, but hopefully we see a lot more from the tight ends this year. Would be nice.
From the 44-yard line, it's first down.
Typers versus Trolls would be epic. Elite the Falcon says, when are the Typers taking on the Trolls? Wouldn't that be an awesome, like, every man for himself battle royal? Like, all the Typers against all the
Comes away
Trolls.
with 5 yards on the carry.
Dogs fan says Trolls better than Typers. I agree, I think. There's some good Typers, though. Typers versus the Trolls.
It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball
You
on
could
the
put that on
39.
pay-per-view, couldn't you? Nice catch,
First
Ridley.
down, he's knocked out.
I'm a huge fan of the play action pass in college football because play action, it really
Jeff
puts a
Malloy,
lot
good
of
morning,
pressure on
sir.
defense. The defense gets caught up and concerned about the running
We were
game,
just talking
and it
about
puts
you.
them out of
I don't know if you
position,
were on
and
then
it
or
makes
not,
the
but yeah, we
throwing
were just
lanes
talking
for the
about you,
quarterback
sir.
and the windows that he's trying to find
Mostly
much
good
easier
things,
to
though,
find
don't they?
for a quarterback and the receivers to pick up big yards like we just saw there.
From the 27-yard line, first down. He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
2 yards,
Gains a
I don't
couple of
know.
yards on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Pay-per-view for 99 cents. Yeah, not $1. Not $1. It's got to be 99 cents. You're right. Pay-per-view, 99 cents. That's right, EJ dog.
Tackle made. at the
Nice.
13-yard
First
line.
down.
That'll move the chains for another Georgia. First down.
Dogs fan, I never got into the Call of Duty games, but I hear people say all the time that Modern Warfare
And this
2 is the best
eighth
one.
play of the drive. And he's immediately
Nice.
tackled.
First and goal
I
on the
think he was
1-yard
gonna go
line.
to his tight end the whole way, but the defense didn't expect it.
GoldenEye
Sometimes those big
64.
guys
Oh
can
my
fool
God,
defenders
you must
into
be as
thinking
old as
they're
I
blocking.
am, car freak. Yeah, now that was like the original shooter game.
First down, and they've
I
got
mean,
their
that
eyes on
game,
goal line.
everybody had that game. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is better than Matt Ryan. I like Matt. Matt Ryan's not a bad quarterback. Matt Ryan's definitely in the top half of the league quarterbacks, top 10 probably. I mean, I'm not saying Matt Ryan's bad, but I think Aaron Rodgers is better.
Great job of finding the space to run and just bursting in for 6.
Ryan, I think Swift's going to have a huge year. The reason I think he's going to have such a huge year is I don't think we have a last year at running back position, we basically had 1A and 1B, Chubb and Michelle. I mean, those were both elite, NFL running backs. Really, I mean, just great. I think we've got a lot of good running backs, some young running backs, but I don't think we have two that are at that level. So like Chubb and Michelle were getting 10, 12 carries each a game last year. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see Swift get 15 or 16 carries a game, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you compare that to what Sony or Chubb got last year, 10 to 12 a game. So I think Swift will have a huge year.
Missouri's
1,400-yard year. I think he'll be the feature back. I think we'll still play 3-4 running backs a game, but I think Swift will get the vast majority of the carries without having to split carries with another starting running back like Chubb and Michelle had to share with each other. Zeus getting hurt benefits Swift in that way because I think Swift would have came in and competed for a starting position right away. His ACL, I think, has slowed that down some.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty.
We'll see how he recuperates and stuff like that, but I think Swift could have a monster year. If you look up the Heisman odds, he's in the top 5 or 10 Vegas Heisman odds. I don't think he'll win the Heisman. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I'm not the only one that thinks he has the potential to have a monster year.
And he's hit immediately.
Mizzou gonna run this air raid offense on me now. I would take Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees too, Jared.
Gains his way to the 49-yard line. Great job by the running back, and that's a gain of 9.
Who's the idiot Auburn fan that calls in all the time? His typer name is Mean Bean TV. I don't think he's in here. Woo! Sit down, son. He almost got his head took off. Natrez Patrick. You know Natrez stays smoked out, and he just lit that guy up.
They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet. Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
This is the kind of steady, strong drive
first
that
down,
coaches
though.
love to see. Right now, they're firing on all cylinders.
Throw to the tight end. And he's taken down.
What is going on? What's really going on here?
That's a big gain there for the offense, and all that's doing is giving this quarterback more and more confidence.
Check three.
Zips it to the tight end. Tackle at the 24-yard line.
All right, 2-yard gain. I can live with that. 2nd and 8.
At the 24-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Who's better, the entire Kansas team or Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers.
It's 2nd down, 8 to go.
Perfect dark. I don't remember that one. I don't think. Oh, you got to pick that off, dude. Literally hit you in the gut, man. I was offsides anyway.
And he helped the offense with that penalty.
And you have to be careful here because the offense will get a free play, which could become even more costly than the 5-yard penalty.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
The real Donald Trump is here. Sir, shouldn't you be at home eating a cheeseburger and tweeting?
Inside the 10.
Oh, no.
Touchdown,
Natrez got
Mizzou.
juked out by Drew Lock. That's embarrassing. Entire Tennessee team or Aaron Rodgers? Last year's Tennessee team? Aaron Rodgers.
Will be tied.
Oh, no, I don't remember that one
point.
in Car Freak. Maybe if I saw it.
A 7-play, 75-yard drive, and the result 7 points.
Natty Back Steve, I couldn't agree more. I think Lau deserves one more year too. I mean, what Tennessee fan doesn't understand is Tennessee's problem is not a coaching issue. I mean, it's not every coach. It can't be every coach's fault. You know what I'm saying? It can't be Dooley's fault, and then Kiffin's fault, and then Lyle's fault. Of course, it's Fulmer's fault in 07. They fired him. No. Tennessee's just a 7.5 win program a year. I mean, that's just what they are. I mean, I don't know what Tennessee fans expected. Weird.
And so far, it's been totally even. In close games like this, every possession is likely.
I do not remember the TV miniseries V.
Fakes to the back. Makes the
grab.
Nice. Steps out right away.
That was a nice play. That's a tough one, Jared. Kyle Shermer or Jake Bentley. I think they have a lot in common. I think I would probably, I guess I would say Shermer's probably better so far, but I think by the time Bentley is done, he could be the better quarterback. You got to remember, he'll be a true junior this year, and I think he's only just now 19 years old.
We played one. We're even at 7 in this one.
That guy that can't spell his team's name is just probably the most attention-starved person I might have ever seen. Uncle Flu says he's the king. He has 2 troll accounts, the Uncle Flu account and a Donald Trump account.
Up the middle for a nice
All right,
game.
2nd and 3. I can live with that. Who goes 0-12 first, Tennessee or I'd have to say Kansas. I can't see Tennessee going 0-12. They play 2-3 high school teams a year. Kansas, on the other hand, is a high school team.
And they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Is that true, Macho Man? Gronk is you mean permanently? Like he's done with the NFL? Because there's no way the Patriots would let him go full time in WWE. The risk of injury is too high. So is he done with the NFL? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, Gronk would be perfect for the WWE. He's got the right personality. He would be great for wrestling. But I can't see him doing that until he's completely done in the NFL, and I'd be surprised if he's done.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Oh, man, I had a guy wide open.
Responding and reacting to that sack. Not only do they get the quarterback, but they hit him and hit him hard. I think that can really create some confidence for this defense. The next
Lee
time
Smith,
this
I thought it was
quarterback drops
Bo
back to
leave.
throw, you got to be thinking he's going to be a little bit gun shy and concerned about the pressure that these defense is putting on him.
Kansas is a Power 5 team purely for basketball reasons.
So the sack makes this a
That's the
second
only
and
reason
long.
Big 12 keeps them around. Yeah, the 3 insane ballers, I did beat the Jared guy. Shut him out, in fact.
Now he's scrambling. Caught with room to work. He's at the 20.
Ooh, nice spin move. Of course, spun out of bounds, but still, that was nice.
From the 20-yard line.
Best college team of the 90s? Ooh. Well, Florida had some good teams. Miami had some good teams. Nebraska had some good teams.
He's taken down right around the 20.
I'd have to think about that one.
That makes it 2nd and
He's scrambling. Throws it to
No,
coverage.
they intercepted it, didn't they?
He's knocked out of bounds at the 7.
I knew as soon as I threw it.
Coverage against a pretty good route.
He was all over that pass.
We talked about this sophomore before the game, and he sure can play, I'll tell you that.
Jared, I'm not sold on Garoppolo. I don't understand. The guy comes in and starts half a season. How many NFL games has the guy started? 6 or 7? And automatic, and now he becomes the highest paid player in NFL history. San Francisco better hope that move pays off, because I don't understand that. I mean, he looks good. I mean, I'm not knocking the guy. He looks good, but he played the guy has played half a season. You make him the highest paid player in NFL history. I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Somebody just said they're a Nebraska fan. You never saw a good team, man. Y'all had some great teams, man. Tommy Frazier. I mean, Heisman winners. That wasn't that. I mean, that was back in the '90s. Sam Worthington says he's a Nebraska fan. Yeah, some great teams, man.
You've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
They'll get better with Scott Frost. I mean, they're not going to come in right away and go 12-0 or whatever like he was doing down at UCF. That's not going to happen. But
he sails it long. He's picked it off. This time it's the safety. And down he goes.
But he'll improve Nebraska for sure. You give him a couple of years, I think he can have Nebraska competing for some Big Ten titles. Jared, I might do a few NFL. It's got to be something that really catches my eye or interests me. Some huge story or something really, really funny or something that happens for me to do an NFL video. I just don't have the passion about the NFL that I do for college. I've made NFL videos in the past, and it just didn't come off right because I don't really care about the NFL.
Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space.
And that shows in the videos. So it's got to really be something that I really want to do the video on. Uncle Flu says Dobbs is the best player to ever step at Sanford Stadium. Sir, you were doing so good earlier, man. Now I don't know what's going on now.
And he's tackled at the 29-yard line.
That's just a ridiculous statement. CPG, Doug Williams, Fluke. If y'all want to see NFL videos, sub that guy up right there, CPG. He's a Carolina Panthers fan, but he makes some videos.
He's under pressure.
Oh, no.
And they fall on the loose ball. They nearly gave that ball away.
Oh, my God.
Luckily, that guy was paying attention to what was going on.
I don't even know what that was.
The football.
Who's currently worse, Tennessee or Vandy? Tennessee. Sir, you're a Vandy fan. Y'all have beat Tennessee 4 out of the last 6 years. So, I mean, that seems like an obvious answer there.
Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation.
Uncle Lou versus Justin Bieber. I went to a Justin Bieber concert, so I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have told y'all that. Oh, look at all this daylight.
He's at the 30. And he hits him hard
Nice
at the
play.
15.
Well, that's
On
a big
third
play
and
by
a
the
million,
offense.
or
And I can
second
tell
and a
you,
million, we gain 1,000,001 yards.
Blitzing, and you're taking some chances. And it's one thing to blitz and to get to the quarterback, and everybody high fives and gets excited. But if you blitz and you don't get home, as they say, which means hitting the quarterback,
time to call that play,
you're leaving
didn't
your defensive backs one-on-one in coverage. And if you don't get to that quarterback and you're facing a talented quarterback like this man right here, you're going to pay
I took my
for it.
daughter to see Justin Bieber, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. It was at the height of Bieber fever.
And they make the stop at the 15-yard line.
No gain on the play.
I mean, he was at the peak of his popularity or whatever, and I took Luann to see him up in, where was that at? Charlotte. Is that Charlotte or Columbia? It was Charlotte. Oh my God! Nada jumped up there and grabbed it. Most improved team in college football this season. Well, I can't see Florida State being that bad 2 years in a row. So record-wise, it could be Florida State.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Check 99. Check 99.
Yeah, Eric Crouch was good, Sam. He was a good one. Good college quarterback.
That's what can happen when you run the same play.
Yeah, you need to be aware of that and try to mix
Harper
things
said
up
supposed to
keep
go to
the
Korn
defense off
concert, but it was
balance.
canceled. I saw Korn in Atlanta probably 20 years ago. I mean, a long time ago. Korn and who opened for him? Stained.
From the 3-yard line.
Remember Stained?
It's 2nd down.
What's that singer's name? Aaron. He's a solo singer now, basically. Aaron. I can't think of his name now. But yeah, I saw them a long time ago in Atlanta. They put on a really good show. Korn does. Jared, I listen to everything. I listen to. I mean, I was raised in the 80s, so I listened to some 80s music. You know, like satellite radio in the car, I'll listen to the 80s channel a lot. I like hip hop from like the 90s and the 2000s. I don't like a lot of the new hip hop, but a lot of hip hop from the 90s and 2000s.
So the offense is going to go for 2.
Tool. My favorite bands of all time. This will tell you
is
sort of
up by
how
6.
eclectic I am when it comes to music. But my favorite bands of all time.
To the end zone,
Tool.
intercepted.
That was a 2-point conversion, so that I mean
Quick
that doesn't
update
count.
now. Here's Reese.
Favorite bands of all time in no particular order.
And for Ole
Garth
Miss,
Brooks,
here's a team that's
Tool,
been ice cold.
Dave
Ole
Matthews
Miss is
Band,
on top,
and Jimmy Buffett.
14-13.
Those are my 4 favorite bands, artists,
Good
whatever,
stuff, Reese.
of
Thank
all
you.
time.
So we've played
So
2
that
quarters.
sort of shows you
Georgia
how
in
all over
front,
the place I am with
13-7.
my music. I'm a big Bob Marley fan.
Boy, I hope the second
Never
half's
smoked
as good as the
weed.
first.
That has
Just about
nothing
set
to do
start
with it.
the third
A
quarter
lot
in
of
a
people
tight
just
one.
assume if you like Bob Marley, you smoke weed.
Nice
I don't have
kick,
a problem
plenty of
with weed. I
distance.
think it should be legal. I've just never smoked it.
And it goes into the end zone, down
like
for a
Bob
touchback.
Marley. I'm a
Every
huge
coach we
Michael
ever
Jackson
talked to,
and
Herbie
Prince
talks
fans.
about
I think
taking
Michael
care of
Jackson
the
and Prince
football,
were
and
probably
nothing drives
2 of the
them more
most
crazy
talented
than what we're
musicians
seeing out here right now.
in my lifetime, for sure. So I mean, I'm all over the place with the music that I.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about.
I never got into Pink Floyd, Clark Dudley. I don't know.
Passes to the
I
left,
don't really
and it's
know
going
why.
the other way.
Just never
He's
really
at the 40.
got into it.
Inside the 30. Tackle
How
made
you got
at the
hawked
20.
down? How a cornerback now, a defensive back just got hawked down by a lineman? Yeah, Garth Brooks is good. I saw him in concert too in Columbia, but that was more than 20 years ago. Yeah, I've never been to a Jimmy Buffett concert. I'd love to go, but yeah, I love Jimmy Buffett.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 12-yard line.
All right, Dogs, man. We'll catch you next time.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. Brought down around the 5-yard line.
Number 40 makes the tackle at the 5-yard line.
Punk rock.
2nd and 3.
Name some specific. There's no style of music that I totally write off. So you'd have to name some punk rock bands or whatever to tell you if I like them.
Georgia with a 6-point
I don't
lead.
really just get into a specific type of music or anything. It's just I either like something or I don't. You know.
Keeps it, and he's got a
Nice.
touchdown.
Aaron Lewis, thank you, Glenn. Yeah, Aaron Lewis. Now, Stained is who opened for Korn
What
last
a
time.
touchdown. He didn't see
Back then,
anyone
Aaron
open,
Lewis
so
was
he
still
just took it
Stained.
in
Now he's
himself.
pretty
This
much just on
quarterback
his
is
own.
fearless, and the
Solo
defense
stuff.
needs to either spy him or
Thank you,
walk the
Frederick. You're
safeties
pretty
up
great
when they've
too,
got
sir.
the ball down
And
near
good
the goal
morning as
line.
well. Bad Religion. I mean, they had a couple of songs that I liked. Not my favorites. They were okay.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines.
Jimmy
These
Buffett at
guys will
Fenway
try
Park,
for
that
a
would've been
2-point
cool.
conversion.
The Offspring. What was that one song they had? They were the ones that sang that.
Conversion is good.
keep them separated. Is that them?
12-yard drive, and they come away with a 2-point conversion. So our score, 21-7. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one.
I like the Ramones. I like the Clash. Never really got into Sex Pistols.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Georgia's continuing to play extremely
Blink 182. I do like Green Day. Blink 182.
Almost a chip on your shoulder with the energy that they're playing with.
I really, like if you played me a Blink 182 song, unless it was one of their songs that came on the radio, I wouldn't know it. So I wouldn't say I'm a Blink 182 fan, but I did like their singles that came on the radio. But I've never owned or listened to an entire Blink 182 album, so I guess I wouldn't call myself that big of a fan.
He makes it like maybe to the 26-yard line.
Green Day I did like. I had a couple of their albums, CDs, whatever.
And he throws right away. He almost had it, but it's incomplete.
It's an intelligent play by the defender. All you have to do sometimes is get your hand on the ball.
What team will get a Uncle Lou character next? Southern Cal or Auburn? South Carolina or Auburn? It'll definitely be one of those two. I don't know which one yet, though. I don't really try to plan those things out. The inspiration or the idea of the character has to just kind of hit me. But it would most likely be one of those.
Zips it to the back. And he's taken down around the 30-yard line. The screen is good for 4.
Go Dogs says the 2019 Georgia recruiting class will be better than 2018. I've been hearing that for a long time. And that was when the 2018 recruiting class was ranked like 55 over the summer. And people are like, oh, don't worry. You know, the 2019 class is going to be one of the best Georgia's ever had. I still think we're going to have a great 2019 class, but I'll have to see it before I believe it in terms of it being better than the 2018 class. I can't imagine a recruiting class being much better than what we
He's taken down the 7-yard line. The Bulldogs have shown here in the third quarter they're not content.
Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Brian. 3 Eastern is the live show tomorrow.
In the first half, but the adjustments that they made at halftime have allowed them to find some matchups.
All right, Macho Man, take it easy. See you on Thursday. Thanks for watching.
They punched it in for 6 on the last series. Can they do it again?
You can bet this defense made some adjustments on the
Glenn says he's
sideline.
a South Carolina
I don't know if they can stop the passing attack, but they need to at least be able to slow it down.
He wants it all. Can't connect.
Boy, Brad, this guy drops an interception. And what's ironic about that, from going to the meetings
Dude baller, Uncle Lou, do you think UJ will have any losses? I never. It's hard. Now look, I've explained this a couple of times before. When I do my weekly videos every week during the season, I'm going to pick UJ to win every single game. That's just the way it is. We could be playing the 85 Bears. I would make a video talking trash about the 85 Bears and how we're about to humiliate the 85 Bears. That's just the way it is. But as far as predicting right now over the course of any given season, I will never predict that anyone goes undefeated. It's too hard. Even Alabama under Nick Saban's only gone undefeated one time. Can it be done? Yeah, of course it can be done, but it's very hard. Clemson had a loss the year they won the Natty. Alabama had a loss last year. They've had a loss every year, but they won the Natty. It's hard to go undefeated, so I would never predict just offhand that anybody's going undefeated. And the reason I said that about the week-to-week thing is because every time I say that, people say, yeah, well, every week you predict UJ to win, so you always think they're going undefeated. Well, I am going to predict them to win on a week-to-week basis. I mean, that's just what I do on my channel, the trash talking thing from week to week during the season, but I would never predict any team to go undefeated. It's just too hard. Of course it can happen, but I wouldn't predict it. Fromm's going to start, Ryan. I think Fields will play some. They'll bring him in certain situations, whether that's red zone or predetermined points during the game, whatever the case may be. And that was a face mask, clearly a face mask that they're not going to call. So Fields will play. I don't think he'll redshirt. I think he'll play early, and I think he'll play a lot. But Fromm's the starter, barring injury, in my opinion.
It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker.
Mike 14.
a man. Watch out here. He's tackled at the 42.
It's a nice looking play. Uncle Flu says Black Panther sucks. I don't think it sucked at all. 3.5 out of 5 Blues. He didn't watch my vlog that I posted earlier today. I took Lou Jr. to see Black Panther on Sunday. I posted a review of that today. You guys can check it out. But I thought it was
from
pretty
their
good.
own 42-yard line. It's first down.
What's your favorite movie? What, like ever of all time?
And he's tackled right away.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
I love the Star Wars movies. But again, I was born in 1978, right when the Star Wars movies were coming out. I mean, I was raised on Star Wars movies. So, you know, a lot of these people that are complaining about the new ones and stuff like that, I get it. They're not as good as the original. They're not, you know, they're never. The original Star Wars movies are 3 of the greatest movies ever.
And he is drilled at the 34-yard
That doesn't mean
line.
the other ones aren't good in their own right. But yeah, people just want to complain about anything nowadays. I talked about that during the Black Panther review video that I posted earlier today. I don't get that. You're ruining movies for yourself by doing that. It seems like to me. I could care less.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Some actors' political views or whatever. It doesn't impact my thoughts on the movie. Like,
He's
if
taken
it's a good
down
movie, it's a
around the
good
20-yard
movie.
line.
It doesn't become a bad movie just because some actor in the movie doesn't like Donald Trump or something. I don't understand that. It just seems to me like people are
From the 20-yard line.
just
First
ruining,
down.
and they do the same thing with music. They won't listen to certain artists or music if they said something bad about this politician or that politician or whatever. I don't
Strike to
know.
the receiver.
It just seems like a
He
miserable
gets
way
hit
to
out
live
of
your
bounds
life. I
at
don't
the
know.
1.
That's good for a gain of 19 yards. That's good enough for another Georgia. First down.
Best chance to make it. If I had to pick 2 teams from each division that I think have the best chance to make it to the SEC title game, I would say Georgia and South Carolina from the East, and Auburn and Alabama from the West. I know that's not exactly going out on a limb there. I mean,
10th
I
play
think
of the
those
drive.
will be. I think Georgia and South Carolina will be picked to finish 1st and 2nd in the East, and I think Alabama and Auburn will be picked to finish 1st and 2nd in the West. So I'm not really
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
taking a chance with that prediction, but that's what I think right now.
The halfback just plowed his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but it wasn't all him. The offensive lineman just pancaked the defense on that.
Yeah, Disney hates. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I
They'll
don't
go
care.
for 2 in this situation.
I honestly don't care. Disney can hate whoever they want. If they make a movie that I want to see, I'm still going to go see it. I don't know.
Let's go to the studio for this restate.
Maybe I just have some sort
The
of
Hokies
weird
came into the game late
superpower
night after the
to
bitterly
where
disappointing
strangers'
loss. How
political
far will the
views
Colts
don't
move them down?
bother me
David
one
took
way or
the
the other.
little
I don't
rock,
know.
he slung it with all his might, and it hit Goliath right on the noggin, and down
What's funny
goes
is these
the
people who
Giants.
get upset, and it happens on both sides, so it's not.
He's ready to kick
I'm
this
not
one
bashing
off.
one side or the other. It happens on both sides
And
of
it
the
goes
political
into the end
spectrum.
zone, down
But
for
what's
a touchback.
funny is whenever you see somebody complaining about one of these actors or actresses or musicians or whatever, their political
Well,
leanings
you
or
know
whatever,
the offense would like to generate
it's always
more
the
than
same
they did
thing.
on
They
their
go
last
on some
possession.
Down 2 possessions.
big
This
long rant
offense has to
tirade.
step
They're
up to
boycotting. They're
capitalize on
doing,
this
you know, they're
possession.
never again will I see one of his movies or listen to one of his songs or yada yada yada.
And down he goes. At about
And they
the
go on and on and
37-yard
on.
line.
And then on the very
So
next
a nice little
post
pitch
is
and catch there, and that'll give the
how
offensive first down.
That was a
musicians,
very good
artists,
looking
actors,
pass
and
play to
actresses
get more than enough yards to move the chains.
opinions don't matter and who cares, you know. And it's like,
Finds his receiver, and that's a
it's
first
like if it
down.
don't matter,
Got it to the senior.
if they don't know anything about politics and their opinions and all this don't matter, why are you getting yourself so worked up about it to the point where you're writing off you know, all these movies or all these artists or whatever because they don't agree with you politically? I don't know. I just don't get it. But I love movies. I absolutely love movies. So maybe that's why. Maybe some people just, you
Back in
know,
this very pivotal
could do
fourth
without
quarter.
movies anyway. So it's easy for them to write them off like that. I don't know. Who are you throwing that to now? The only thing over there is Tennessee's trash can. Who did I vote for? I'll tell y'all who I voted for, but I'm not going to argue politics with anybody on here. I'm just not going to do that.
Caught, open field, and he tackles him hard at the 25.
I voted in the Republican primary for John Kasich. Get him. And I wrote John Kasich in.
The defense was able to get really good penetration and drop him short of the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to go
First
for
election
here.
I voted in was 1996. So I could tell you every president I ever voted for.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here.
1996, I voted for Bill Clinton. I was 18. I wasn't into politics. I really didn't know anything about politics, but I was in college, and Bill Clinton came to our college and spoke. That's why I voted for him. Is that a good or a bad reason to vote for somebody? Probably not a good reason to vote for somebody, but like I said, I was 18. It's my first time voting. That's why I voted for him. I'm not going to apologize for it, whatever. I really don't care if it makes you mad, whatever. That is what it is. I voted for Bill Clinton in 1996.
Quick shot.
Oh, nice play. Who was that?
He was able to just tip that one away.
Second
right out of the
election,
receiver's reach.
2000. I wanted John McCain to win in 2000. I actually volunteered for John McCain's presidential campaign in 2000. And so in the primary, I voted for John McCain, but he didn't win.
Short
In the
yardage
general election, I
situation
voted
here. Third and one.
for George Bush. In 2004, I voted for George Bush again. That's the only vote I've ever made that I regret
Tigers.
making. I wish I would not have voted for George Bush the second time around. Would it have made a difference in the election? No, of course not. I live in Georgia. They're going to vote, Georgia votes overwhelmingly for whoever the Republican is. But that's the only vote I look back on and say, wow, that was stupid to vote for him. I think George W. Bush is the worst president of my lifetime. And
so the offense will stay on the field and
just
attempt a two-point
just for
conversion.
principle reasons, I wish I wouldn't have voted for him in 2004, but I did.
End zone
Which
picked
we've
off.
all been waiting for. The
And
reason
they
we
will
probably
get
brought
the
this up
two.
to start with.
Time for an update from the studio.
Yes,
Reese,
in
what have you got?
2008.
Let's
and
check in on the
again
SEC
in
where
2000.
speed reigns.
Well,
and for
I
Ole
voted
Miss,
for it.
they've now dumped 4 in a row. The Aggies take it
And
by
no,
a
I don't
dozen.
regret it.
All right, thanks a lot, Reese.
Oh man, I
The
did
kicking
again.
team has their hands team on the field, but the return team doesn't. Georgia's defense, they've got the it factor.
The it factor, the swagger,
I always
whatever you want to
forget to
call
do
it.
that
When they take
onside
the
kick
field, they know they're better than
return
you.
thing.
And it's a group of 11. They play like they know they're going to stop you.
Yeah, I didn't like Trump or Clinton either. That's I couldn't make myself vote for either one of
They
them.
got into
I
the end
knew I
zone
was
last
wasting
time.
a vote
Let's see if they
by.
can match that on this
See, I would have
possession.
voted for Gary Johnson. I love the idea of third-party candidates, but Gary Johnson to me just was an idiot and severely
He gets rid of this one.
unqualified.
Great
When
job
he did
by
an
the
interview,
defense of getting
and
after
they
that
asked him
quarterback.
about
Right
Aleppo,
now, I think they've
and he
got
said,
him with
"Who's
some happy
Aleppo?"
feet. He
Or
appears
what's
to be a bit
like he didn't
rattled.
even know what Aleppo was. And y'all might not know what Aleppo is either. That's fine. Y'all aren't running for president. But Aleppo is a city in Syria that was getting absolutely hammered, just bombarded
own
every day. I
38-yard
mean, kids
line.
were. I mean, it was just a
It's
brutal
second down.
situation. And they asked him his thoughts on it, and he had no clue what they were talking about. That was Gary Johnson, the third-party candidate. So I made up my mind right then I wouldn't vote for him. I just couldn't make myself vote for Trump or Clinton,
They
so I
can't
just
hear a
wrote in
thing
the same
down
guy
there.
I voted in the primary for, which was John Kasich.
There's a strike complete, and he's down.
You J-Dog says you voted for Uncle Lou.
Looks like they're going to go for
Mark
it.
Dudley
On
voted
fourth
for the
down.
Trolls. Well, actually, the Trolls won the election. in 2016, if you want to know the truth. Trolls won.
He's got him, but he's short of the first down.
It's always a gamble going for it with so many yards to come up with. But when you're behind, sometimes you have to take risks to get back into a ball game.
I like Rand Paul. I think Rand Paul.
Score on this drive is going to create an
I think Rand Paul is a sincere guy. Like I think when Rand Paul says something, I think he really believes it. Like I don't think he's just telling people what he thinks they want to hear or whatever. And I'm really a libertarian. Like I don't like to be pigeonholed like that. Like I don't like to be called a Republican or a Democrat or a conservative or a liberal or a libertarian or whatever. I don't like to be pigeonholed like that. But I probably fit in the libertarian category more than I do in any other category. And I like a lot of Rand Paul's ideas.
He makes his way.
His dad, I think, was a little bit out there, but I liked them both.
Play action. Now he's on the move. Flares it out to the right, and that's to the fullback. Tackle made around the 17-yard line.
I think he could have taken a risk down the field, but he played it safe instead, and that's one of the keys to winning ball games.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Car freak, I agree with you. And what's funny? Well, it's not really funny.
Down at the 7. Missouri's going to have to use their second timeout.
There's just no way to talk about this without pissing
What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
A certain group of people were ready to hang Edward Snowden from the nearest tree.
Georgia looks to take a commanding 3-score lead here.
That same group of people
Less than 2 minutes in
right
the fourth
now
quarter.
is saying everything Edward Snowden was saying
Fires to his tight end, nothing doing.
3-4 years ago. And that's what irritates me about politics, is when people don't really have any beliefs. They don't really have any political principles. They just go along with whatever an R or a D. The Republican says it, it's great. The Democrat says it, it's the worst thing ever, or vice versa. Those kind of people just piss me off. If you wanted to hang Edward Snowden from a tree,
this game with that touchdown.
and he was a traitor and he should be locked up and executed for treason and blah blah blah. He was trying to tell you
for the 2-point conversion.
what you're now pissed off about. He was telling you this 4 years ago.
Slings it. They don't get it.
And y'all didn't believe him, laughed at him, whatever it was you did. But now President Trump comes out and tells you that yes, your friendly people over at the NSA are spying on you.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
And
he just drills this one.
And you're pissed off. Meanwhile,
this one's going to be
but
down
when
in
Edward
the end
Snowden
zone for a
said
touchback.
it was great. These people
love
love the
the right
Patriot
player
Act.
to do it. These are worked out.
Yeah, I think the game
People
plan
love the
and
Patriot
star
Act
player
back in
came
the
into
early
this game with a lot of
2000s
confidence. What
when they pushed that
weren't
through
able to really
Congress
think
while you were
about
sleeping.
was how good this defense
2 days
would be
after
that they were
9/11, they
facing
passed
today.
this thing in the
And
middle
today
of the
they
night
just got
and nobody was
completely
looking.
shut down.
People
and the defense made a big stop on fourth down the last time this offense was out there.
Well, this offense is going to have to do a better job on this drive. Remember the last time they went for it on fourth down and came
Plenty
up
of people
short.
tried to warn
Now
people.
Fires in a hurry, interception.
And then you get people
And
that
he's
say,
taken
"Oh,
down
what's the big
32.
deal? Patriot Act,
Unbelievable. This defense just continues to impress.
This just
What's the
must
big
feel
deal?
like a bad
You don't have
dream
anything
to
to
this
hide.
offensive
What do
coordinator.
you have to
Nothing
worry
has
about?
gone
Well, now
right
you
today,
now
and
you
his
see what you have
quarterback
to
is
worry
really
about.
off target.
You know. And I don't know. It's just that's the kind of thing that irritates me with politics. Is people will be on one side of an issue.
32. Just under 2 to
But
go in
then
the game.
when their party or someone they like is on the other side, then they want to switch.
It's knocked away.
It's just irritating.
That actually might have been a break for the offense. Sometimes tip passes can linger in the air and get picked off.
I don't think everybody that gets into government is crooked, Glenn, but I think most people who get into government end up crooked.
And they make the stop.
I think the vast majority of people who go into politics go into it for the right reason. Unfortunately, I think they find out real quick that you just can't get anything done at all if you're not willing to play certain games, grease certain palms, that kind of thing. The money that's involved in politics is just ridiculous these days.
Throws quickly, and it's almost intercepted.
Forget about what side of the issue you're on when it comes to the whole gun control debate thing that's going on. Forget about what side you're on. The fact that any company or organization, in this case the NRA, can nothing's going to happen
to about the 15-yard line
unless the NRA signs off on it. And that's just ridiculous that any company, corporation, whatever, can have that much power to where they can literally shut legislation down with a phone call. And this happens on both sides. That's just one that happens to be in the news right now, the NRA. There's plenty of Democratic ones too.
Boy, Brad, this guy drops an interception, and what's ironic about that from going to the meetings the other day is that this guy's been telling the coaches he wants to play some wide receiver. You wonder why you're not playing wide receiver? Because you can't catch the ball as a defensive back.
So it's fourth down, and the offense is still on the field. We have less than a minute to go. Fires complete over the middle. Nice play to set up first and goal.
I'll take it.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
What superpower would you guys have?
Fires quickly.
Nice.
He's got his receiver for the touchdown.
We finally scored some points in this game, didn't we? Tired of winning all these games 14-7 and stuff. Finally opened up a can on somebody
we really don't
here.
care about. This game is still well.
Lee Smith says, "Let's arm the trolls." Trolls are undefeated, man. You give it, yeah. Arm the trolls. Send them into North Korea.
Well, the offense is going to go for 2, and at this point, I'm pretty sure that they just want to win this game by more than 100.
Bend the fabric of space and time to your will. Well, at least you picked something simple.
And they get the 2. A 7-play, 31-yard drive, and they add 8 points to their total. Georgia lines up for an onside kick. He's tackled at the 45.
Covers the onside kick.
AKA Savage. Only thing I gotta say though, Uncle Lou, is good morning and go Vols. Well, I can tell you good morning back. I can't
Late in the
can't
fourth
say
quarter,
the other.
this
But
game has been over for a long time.
y'all looking good in basketball.
We just want to get out of here like these two teams do. throws
Where are you
it
throwing
away.
that to?
Even though they didn't
Another
sack him, the
another
pressure was
pass
still
to
enough
the
to force a
Tennessee
bad
trash
pass.
can out
If
of
you can
bounds.
get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have
Bean.
a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
Oh, God.
From the 45-yard line. Second down. He throws left. Picked off, and that'll
Pick six.
seal it up.
Run, son.
Has some daylight. He's tackled at
Nice.
about the
I can
35.
score again. Can we put 50 up on Mizzou? Can we hang half a hundo on Misery? It looks possible at this point. Let's see. 35 yards away, 13 seconds,
Georgia
free timeout.
with a commanding lead. He's taken down around the 14-yard line.
Here we go,
The
down to
Bulldogs
what,
will
12,
lose their first
13-yard
time out
line?
of the half.
That's good enough for another Georgia. First down.
I don't want any teams out of the SEC. I probably end up adding some. Yes, you can come over for Thanksgiving. I always like helping the less fortunate.
Fires across the middle. Tackle around the 1-yard line. Georgia's going to have to use their second
4 seconds
timeout
to
of the
go.
half.
First and goal.
That makes it first and goal.
Yeah, I mean, Mizzou is a stretch to try to fit into the SEC geographically, but it just made sense TV-wise, and that's almost all that matters nowadays when it comes to adding teams to a conference, which is why if the SEC expands, you can look for a North Carolina team, a Virginia team, or a West Virginia team to get those TV markets that they don't currently have.
Throws, and he's got a man. Touchdown.
North Carolina, I would think, would be option one, and my guess would be NC State.
They aren't showing very
NC
good
State would be the first
sportsmanship
team I
out
would
there on
add.
this
Virginia
touchdown.
Tech would be the
You're
second
blowing
team
them
I would
out.
try
Just
to get.
take
But
a
you'd have to find somebody from the West. The Big 12 is going the way of the dodo bird. The Big 12 is going away, so it's very likely you could see West Virginia at some point added to the added to the SEC, and Oklahoma added to the SEC in the West. Texas would go independent, I would think, or they could if they chose to. Or the Pac-12 would be my guess on Texas. I don't think Big 12 will be around much longer.
He makes the PAT. So a short 3-play, 35-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
I didn't kick that one hard enough.
And down he goes at the 42-yard line.
Cherry pie would be fine. Well, we dominated that game 50-13. About time we had a. I mean, that was an offensive explosion there. Let's look at a few of these stats here. What are we working with here on these stats here? Look at Fromm. 343 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. And if you've been watching UNCLELOU play this game, you know that's a minor miracle. 1 interception. Damn, that's great. Swift, 14 carries, 66 yards. I'm just not impressed with him. He did have 3 touchdowns, though. Who was catching all these passes? Tight end Isaac Nauta, 90 yards on 7 catches. Ridley, 57 yards with 2 touchdowns. Hardman hauled in 4 for 41. Terry Godwin had 68 yards receiving. Spread it around. I mean, that's by far the best game we've played on offense so far in this Dynasty season, right? I mean, it's not even close. That's by far the best game we played. And to be fair, Missouri is probably the worst team we've played. So maybe that's not all that unexpected. Darkness God, good morning. Such a creepy name. No, I didn't say Texas would go to the SEC. I said Texas to the Pac-12. Oh, the Trolls are winning. Ryan wants to know why I say good morning. It's just a polite thing to say. I mean, it's better than like, hey, you, or something. Hey, good morning. It's just a polite thing to say. And then, well, people always say, well, it's not morning, well, it's night. Well, morning is a matter of perspective and location, right? Morning somewhere. And this is YouTube, so people could be anywhere. So it could be morning for me. It could be morning for you. And also perspective, You have some people that work nights, and they sleep all day, so they wake up at 4 in the afternoon. That's their morning. So, it is morning. And just like the commenter saying, it is morning, 1:06 a.m. So let me just right now just go on record. Just go ahead and wish everyone a good morning. Glenn says Oklahoma State in the SEC. Some people that I know from the Pac-12 have told me that Oklahoma and Oklahoma State have some sort of blood pact or something, that they're a package deal. When the Big 12 folds, they want to go to the same conference. That's fine if that happens, but then you've got to add 2 teams to the East, which NC State and Virginia Tech would be my picks, but I don't know if we could pry them away from the ACC or not. I mean, I think what you're going to have pretty soon, by soon I mean in the next 10 years, is 4 super conferences of 16 teams. So like you look at the SEC right now, they got 14. So they'd have to add 2 more to get to 16. You got some conferences like Big Ten. How many do they have? 10, 11, 12, 14. No, Big Ten's got 14, don't they? Big 12's got 10 teams. So different conferences have different amounts of teams. I think what you'll see eventually is 4 conferences with 16 teams each. Instead of being called the Power 5, it'd just be the 4 super conferences. That would solve the playoff issue with one conference getting left out too. If you have 4 conferences, all 4 can get in. Oh, and good morning, too. Oh, you're in Aiken, Glenn. You're not far from me, then. I'm in Augusta. I guess you know that. You're depending on where you're at in Aiken. 30 minutes. Aiken's a huge county. Huge. You can drive for an hour. To get from one side of Aiken County to the next, it'd easily take you an hour. Now, Savage, I doubt the Alabama-Tennessee game would go away. That's one of the things keeping Auburn in the West. There's been a lot of talk in the past about moving Auburn to the SEC East. The problem with that is if Auburn's in the East, they're going to play Alabama every year. That's going to be their yearly out-of-conference rival, which would mean the Tennessee game would go away, and that's not happening. So the Alabama-Tennessee game is not going away, and the Alabama-Auburn game is not going away. So unless they completely change the scheduling format, Auburn's staying in the West. Yeah, Aiken's a huge horse community, Mark. they've got neighborhoods in Aiken, right? You guys have heard of, golf course communities, right? Where they build a golf course and then they build houses all around it, right? You know what I'm talking about. In Aiken, they have that, but it's horses. So they'll have, jumping fields and stables and houses built around all that. It's crazy. Huge houses. I mean, talking big money to get into the horse game. It's going to be a good game, Darkness, Georgia LSU. LSU plays Alabama the week after they play us, and that's always a night game on CBS. So I'm hoping that'll be a daytime game. I don't want to play out there at night. Ryan wants to know how much it is to go to a Georgia game. It depends on the game you go to. Now, if you get season tickets, that's different. The tickets the face value is what, $60 or $65. But to buy season tickets, you have to make donations throughout the year that exceed a certain amount of money. I think last year the cutoff to even be able to buy tickets was like $1,500. So you had to have donated $1,500 during the previous year to the University of Georgia to even have the privilege of buying the tickets for $65. So most people like me, I don't do that. If you go to a game, you got to buy them secondhand, right, off StubHub or something like that. So a big game like Auburn, Tennessee, something like that in Athens, a ticket will cost you anywhere from $100 to $400 or $500, depending on where you want to sit. The high school teams, like this year we played 3 high school games, like Austin P, 3 nobodies. You can get into those games for $40, $50, $60. Easy. A lot of people that go to the games know people that get season tickets, have been getting them for years and years and years, and maybe they're not going to a game one weekend for one reason or another, so they just give them the tickets. I've been to plenty of games like that before. A friend of mine in Atlanta has an aunt who graduated from Tennessee. I've gone to a lot of Tennessee games with this buddy of mine whose aunt gives him tickets every year. So anytime I go to the Tennessee game in Athens, I'm always sitting in the Tennessee section because that's obviously where her seats are, which is fun if we win. The most I've ever paid for a ticket, I think, is like $180 maybe. That wouldn't hurt, Ryan. Get him some Georgia tickets. I'm sure that wouldn't hurt. Yeah, Lee, I'm wearing them down. Now, if this guy, what can't spell his team's name, leaves the chat before I end the live stream, does that mean the Trolls are still undefeated? Or would that be the Trolls' first ever loss? I kind of like that the Trolls are undefeated, so I think I am going to end the stream because I don't want the Trolls to lose. That would ruin everything we've worked on over the last couple of weeks with the Trolls been winning. So I appreciate y'all hanging in there this long. Over 3 hours today, 3 hours and 15 minutes now. So a long stream, played 3 games. Thanks to Jared for playing me one-on-one. And we played 2 games on the Dynasty. Who'd we play? Tennessee, which was a close win for us. And then we blew out Missouri. So thanks to everybody for watching. UNCLELOU show live tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Kentucky fan on for the first 20 minutes or so, and then phone calls for the last 30 or 40 minutes of the show. So I appreciate y'all watching. What's today? Tuesday. So we'll be back here Thursday night at 10. We'll do it all over again. Y'all take it easy, and no matter where you are or what time it is, have a great morning.